Danganronpa.
Danganronpa. So I'm noticing a lot of, like, gun-themed stuff in this game, and I have yet to see a gun. I am maybe 6 or 8 hours into this game so far. It's called Trigger, Happy Havoc. There's a gun in the background. The selection noise when you press start game is a gunshot going off. And there's an item in the game called Truth Bullets, but I've yet to find an actual gun. That's my observation so far. That's what I've gotten out of this game so far. Oh yeah, and somebody died, but who cares about that? What is extra? The further you get in the game, the more you'll unlock. Oh, this is the stuff that Danny was talking about, the gallery stuff. Alright, yeah. If I was a bigger fan, that would have been cool. But this is my first series. The game will begin from where you left off, right? 2 people died, Italy and Fashion Lady. All of Italy died. All of Italy. Yeah, so there's one. There's one. The blood is pink because everyone here is made out of tubby custard. So she's dead, and Italy, the country, has died. So that's a bummer. What is my objective? Probably to go figure out what happened. I have to do this. Okay, so my job's probably just to go investigate, right? Is anybody gonna tell me anything?
Hey.
Before we start searching for Sayaka's killer, we need to decide what to do about searching the crime scene. What do you mean? Oh, okay. I forgot her dead body was still just looming about. Looming? When you're dead because you got stabbed by 6 telephone poles for kicking a bear. Lumen. Okay, you're thinking of putting... Oh, I have to do voices, right? What was Byakuya's? He's like the rich, snotty guy. I'm also kind of sick. I think my voice is shot. My head, I can't hear very well. I can't breathe very well. So if the voices sound off, it's because I'm off. And you're getting off. Thank you for tuning in. You're thinking of putting someone on guard duty, so nobody can disturb the area, aren't you? After all, if the culprit decides to destroy the evidence, we're pretty much screwed.
Hey!
In that case, I don't mind doing it. I don't like having to think anyway. I'll let you guys figure out who killed that chick. Okay, then we can let Mondo look after the scene. Well, no, we can't just leave him there alone.
What?
What? Why the hell not?
Stop talking.
Isn't it obvious? You were the culprit. What's the first thing you would do? By volunteering for guard duty, you're in a position to destroy all the evidence you want. I think no voices today. Just speak for the sake of your own throat. That's my response to you right now. What?
So then.
Fine, then I'll stay here on guard duty as well. That way, there's no problem. 2-player co-op base defense with the 2 of them. With their stats, they're totally OP. Don't say that's me, I swear to God. Since we won't be able to investigate, we're putting our faith in the rest of you.
But
I'm still pretty freaked out, but I'll try. Does talking to anybody else matter? How about Celeste? So you finally noticed.
crap.
Noticed what? I was looking through the Monokuma file we received, and I noticed something very obvious and very unusual. What are you talking about? Go ahead, take a look. Notice anything interesting about where Sayaka died? She died in Makoto's room. What? She's right. And could it be? All at once, everyone's gaze turned to me. What I miss? Who died? The blue-haired girl and Junko, I think was her name. The blonde girl that was a model. I was about to say maid. Until the bear shows up. LOL, have fun doing that. The bear's the easy part, because he has an easy voice to remember. It's the same too? Yeah, it's still the same since when I left off. Hold on a second, you got it all wrong. For just one night, I traded rooms with her. I did it because she was afraid.
What the
You
heck?
expect us to believe that? Just tell us the truth. The look in everyone's eyes had done a complete 180 from just a few minutes earlier. The feeling of suspicion and fear had returned. In other words, you think I did it? There says something about it in the mono whatever. It doesn't say where she died. Where's the Monokoma file? Huh. No one else will die for hours? I can't tell if you're telling the truth or not.
What the heck?
Okay. I hate this, but still, we don't have a choice. We have to figure out who did it. Or else we're all dead. I'm guessing everyone's just gonna give variations on who did it.
Huh?
What's going on? Oh, great. Paying attention. Yeah, I'm sure everyone was just gonna be like, I don't know what's happening. So I guess we'll leave? How do I leave? I thought it was F1, but it's not.
Just a second.
Hold on, huh?
Before we begin the investigation, isn't there something else we need to discuss?
Oh, yeah. What? Who killed Junko? We know who killed Junko. I gently placed my hand on Junko's lifeless body. I touched her wrist to check for a pulse, like they do in movies and stuff, but she really is dead. There wasn't anything else to say. She was gone. I don't know why you even bothered to check. After those injuries and losing that much pink blood, frankly, I'd be shocked if she did survive something like that. Huh? Doesn't know what's going on the whole time. Hold on. Hold on. Just wait a second. She's dead? Then that means...
What?
That means everything that's happened so far is real? It's not a joke or whatever? It's really real?
Let me
Hell
out of
no,
here!
someone save me! Let me out of here! Somebody help me.
What's your problem?
You're just now accepting that?
So then,
Are we all done talking? We need to begin our investigation soon. At this point, we should split up. We need to get to the bottom of this and find out who killed Sayaka. We'll have to collect clues to form a foundation, then construct an argument to come to a final decision. If we get this wrong...
so...
Well, do I really have to say more?
Please, you don't.
Actually,
I'd rather you didn't
goodbye.
Everyone pray for good luck.
Well, good thing I'm the most average student of ultimate good luck. With that, Kyoko turned out of the gym.
Goodbye.
I'll be going too. And just like Kyoko, he was gone before we
Yo.
realized it. Oh yeah, I'm on guard duty, huh? I'd better head to the scene of the crime. Yeah, that's
Hey,
right.
damn it.
Let me just say this right now. This is the hardest voice for me. If whatever son of person did this here right now and they're thinking of destroying that
You're
evidence,
fucking dead.
they better not let me find them. I'll skip the trial and cave their goddamn skull in myself. I'm serious. I will screw them up. Letting his deadly words hang in the air, he and Sakura ran off. But, I mean, we're not detectives or anything, you know? And we're gonna investigate a murder? How do we even do something like that?
Anyway,
We don't really have to do anything in particular. We already know who killed Sayaka. What are you implying?
very...
It was you. I'm telling you, it wasn't me. The first to point. Whoever smelt it. Don't come any closer. Are you gonna kill me next?
So,
Well, I guess it wouldn't hurt to give it a shot. It's not for sure that Makoto's guilty yet. That's true. We may as well at least check just to check. Even if I wanted to, I couldn't help investigate. What? Wait, why not? I'm not good with blood. All it takes is one glimpse and I black out. But
Oh,
you're
yeah?
staring right here over the... Well, whatever. I don't think anyone was expecting much help from you anyway. Alright, I guess I better get going. Wait, don't go yet. You have to hear me out. But it was pointless. Everyone had already left, and their parting looks at me had still been filled with suspicion. Does everyone really think I'm the killer? How did it turn out like this? Seriously, they've got it all wrong. I'm painfully average. Why do they have to suspect me? I have to do something, otherwise everyone will... Well,
Execution is
so if they get it wrong,
execution.
does everybody...
Execution.
Shut up. Does everybody, including the person that they guessed, die? And just the actual killer goes free? Or is there like some kind of a jester rule? Be like, hey, I totally did it. And everyone votes you, but you didn't do it. But because you didn't vote for yourself, you go out for...
Electric chair.
Yep. Yes? Oh, okay. I can't let that happen. I can't run away. I can't let things turn out the way Monokuma wants. All I have to do is find out who really did it. Who really killed Sayaka. Skimbebeptigate. I guess I should look through the Monokuma file before we go. The victim was Sayaka Mizuno. The time of death is estimated to be around 1:30 a.m. Estimated? You had a camera! The body was discovered in Makoto's room in the dormitory. All evidence suggests that the death took place in the bathroom. Cause of death was a stab wound to the abdomen. There was also an injury to her right wrist. Yeah, she killed herself. Specifically, the wrist appears to have suffered a fracture. We have no choice but to push forward if we want to find out what happened. Somehow, I have to find out the truth so that we can all survive. And for Sayaka, I have to find out how she was killed. Don't you mean who killed her? We already learned how she was killed. Knife in the abdomen. File number 1 has been added to the truth bullets. Oh. So that's the truth bullets. Look, a gun. So if someone says, I was here at 1:30 a.m., I could be like, no, you were in the room at the 1:30, boom, bullet, spell room. If they vote the killer, only the killer dies. If they vote someone else that isn't the killer, they all die and the killer lives. Sounds like she broke her wrist fighting back. You mean cut her wrist fighting back? Or did it say injuries on her wrist, or did it say stab wound on her wrist? Or like cut, I don't know. Aren't you going to help investigate, Chihiro? I can't leave Junko here. I feel sorry for her. I have to stay with her. All right. No way. I seriously don't want to die here.
Help me!
I'm begging you. God, Buddha, Mother Earth, God of Space, King Neptune, help me. I don't care who it is. Just get me out of here. Hiro doesn't seem prepared to do any kind of investigating right now. All right, well, is anybody going to clean? Well, I'm not, so it's rude of me to ask someone else. It said injury. Not sound. Not sound? You know how in Ace Attorney you present evidence and he's like, objection. Well, in this game, you shoot the evidence as truth bullets and scream, no, you're wrong. I remember you telling me that. Yeah. I guess the first place to investigate is to go to where she died, right? First of all, I should head to the scene of the crime, my room. We won't make any progress without investigating there. Oh, the only time I get to control my character and it takes it away from me. I headed to my room where Sayaka's corpse still remained. It smelled pretty bad. I'd better examine the state of my room a little closer. This might reveal something new, like where Sayaka was. Alright, so my key's on the floor. It has my name on it, so it must be my room key, if I remember correctly. I gave it to her. We traded keys. Sayaka would have had the key in here to my room the entire time, but if that's true, then how did the killer get into my room in the first place? Could Sayaka have forgotten to lock the door? No, that seems impossible. She was also the only one that knew how to get into the bathroom, because I told her how to do it. Don't open the door for anyone, even if I'm sure it's you. Absolutely won't open it. Yep. I get it. That was like, you know, a few minutes ago if you're playing this without taking breaks like I am. She probably pooped herself already. Thank you, Kinsey. After saying that, there's no way she would have forgotten to lock it or opened it for any reason. Well, maybe she dropped the key somewhere, and while someone else grabbed it or something. No, that's not possible either. Am I talking to myself and then thinking? Am I having a conversation with myself by talking and then thinking the other half? Sayaka was in here when we switched rooms, and with how scared she was, she wouldn't have gone walking around. She couldn't have dropped it. So how did the killer... Nice! Switching rooms has been added to the truth bullets! Looking at the lint roller, it looks like there was way less than before. How did Sayaka see... Did Sayaka see how dirty my room was and decide to clean up a little? How come that's not a truth bullet? Huh? Game? Surveillance camera. The mastermind must be using them to keep an eye on... Toolkit is still inside, which makes sense, I guess. I mean, it's mine. I hadn't any reason to open it. Can't even imagine a situation where I need to open a toolkit like this.
Yo.
Yeah, seriously. Oh,
what?
Mondo, you heard me?
What?
We ain't exactly in the mood to be building furniture, right? So you haven't used yours either, then?
What?
Not just me.
What?
Nobody's busted theirs out yet, as far as I know. Actually, we were talking about it yesterday.
By the way.
None of the guys have opened their toolkits yet, because, like, why the hell would we? Toolkit has been added. Oh, great. Thank you. The trash can's knocked over. The display saying the sword was on. I can't use the sword, is that? Okay, thank you. She thought the room was disgusting, was added to the truth bullets. This is the replica sword I brought back for self-defense. Does this mean it was used in the attack somehow? And plus, it's been taken out of its sheath. I hadn't actually looked at the blade itself till now. I shouldn't be surprised. It's coated in gold too. On top of that, some of the gold coating has come off of parts of the blade and the handle. Yeah, the handle especially is missing a lot of its coating. I remember the coating sticks to you, even if you just touch it a little bit. Therefore, I have the coating on my hands. Don't I? So that's gonna be a truth bullet against me. I guess just look at everybody's hands. But where was Sayaka? Scratches and gouges on the wall and bed. Is that evidence of a struggle? Looks like there must have been some kind of fight in my room. Damn it, I was right. There in the other room, if only I'd heard something. That would not have been possible. Huh? Don't you remember? All our rooms are completely soundproof. So something could happen in the room right next to you, and there's no way you could know. Perhaps this was another of Monokuma's strategies, creating an ideal setting for murder. I did not know that the rooms were soundproof. When did that get added? You haven't touched it in like a day, so your hands are clean. If they did the killing at 1 a.m., they definitely clean their hands. Oh. Well, Sayaka's hands wouldn't be clean. They established that the rooms were soundproofed? Oh, okay. I thought that would have been evidence against, I forgot that character's name, but that character. This is the replica sword I brought back for self-defense. Does that mean it was used? Yeah, wait. There's some scratches on the sheath. They must have been made with something sharp. A sword, maybe? How'd the sheath get scratched up in the first place? Even if someone used the sword during the struggle, it doesn't make sense for the sheath to be damaged. Look at where the scratches are, and look at where the sheath landed. Why would it not be the... If you're gonna attack someone with a sword, the first thing you do is unsheath it. A heavy sheath like this could only get in the way. It would just slide off in the middle of a fight. So why are there scratches on the sheath? She was using the sword to block and didn't have enough time to unsheath it first. They were having a sword battle. Except the other person was using a knife. There are scratches and gouges on my walls and bed. Is that evidence of a struggle? Yes. Looks like there must have been some kind of fight in my room.
Well,
yeah. Hey, Mondo.
by the way,
You know, I realized something while I was on guard duty. The killer could have already destroyed some evidence, right? Before anyone found the body, I mean. There's a trash can here in the dorms, right? They could have tossed some stuff in there. Yeah, that's
you
definitely
son
possible.
of a bitch!
That dirty bastard. Anyone who raises their hand to a woman is scum that deserves death. That's what my brother taught me.
You're fucking dead.
So if I ever find the son of a that did this, I'm gonna pound his goddamn face in. But what if it was a girl that did it? What if it was a girl?
Yo,
I'll get sorted out when the time comes. You didn't think about it. Sakura's their name. Sakura, do you think I'm guilty too? I try not to make assumptions like that. I simply don't know whether or not you did this. Whatever decision the rest of you come up with, I will follow your lead. I see. So you have no strong way. What makes a man or woman neutral? Money, power, or is a heart filled with neutrality? Hey Kyoko, I quietly called her name while she was investigating the area, but...
What are you doing?
Isn't it
Voice
obvious?
acting?
No, not really.
I'm trying to see if I can do push-ups with one finger. It's not working.
I'm searching.
Searching?
Sorry, I'm drinking. She was down on her knees, carefully inspecting every inch of my room.
Did you lose a contact or something?
My guy. I don't know what she's doing exactly, but she seems to be concentrating pretty hard on it. But a few seconds later, she suddenly stood up
Listen.
and said,
Are you a clean freak?
No, I don't think so. But what? Nodding, she glanced around my room one more time.
See.
Interesting.
What's interesting?
Hey,
Just as I suspected, there's something very unusual about your room.
Why do I have to click this button to do a reaction if there's only one option anyway? Unusual? What do you mean?
so
I've searched your floor from one corner to another, and I didn't find one single strand of hair.
Really?
Indeed.
Not one hair from the victim, and not one hair from you, even though you've been living in here.
Because it's a game. Fair. You know, now that you mention it, I noticed something while I was looking around before. It looked like the lint roll in my room had been used, but I never touched it. Could someone have used it?
See.
Very interesting. Room didn't have a single hair in it, and someone used a lint roller without your knowledge. In other words, someone other than you came in and scrubbed your room clean.
Was it Sayaka or the killer?
Well,
That's the question. Oh,
That's the question, isn't it?
my room cleanliness. Truth bullet acquired. I can't look in the trash can. Didn't Mondo even mention the trash can? And I can't look in it? Also, I think it's Fukuwa that killed her because she said I can't handle blood, but also she didn't pass out when Junko was killed. Or maybe she did. I don't know. He mentioned the trash room. Oh. The room with the gate in it. The bathroom on the other side of the door. There she is. Oh, I'm not allowed to investigate here. Can't let it get to me. I can't afford to freeze up now. Forcing myself to push my panic down, I stepped into the bathroom. Yep, there she is. Looking at her made it painfully clear it wasn't a dream or an illusion. She had lost everything that made her her. All at once, I was overcome with dizziness, nausea, and the urge to burst into tears, but I can't. I can't hesitate now. Why? Why did Sayaka have to die? I have to uncover the truth. I have to find out what happened. I wanted to give up. I wanted to collapse, but the thought helped me up and supported me. Yeah. Okay, I can. Lot of tubby custard. I looked past Sayaka to the wall behind her, and there I saw... What? 73011? Written in blood with the numbers 11037. Oh. Okay, so backwards that's R-E-O-L-L. Did Sayaka do this? Why did you read it backwards? I thought it was text written backwards. I don't know. I can't tell you. It's Japan. Maybe right to left has gotten to me. The water for the showers gets turned off at nighttime. All right, thanks. I told myself I simply couldn't face what I saw, but now's no time to think like that. I pulled out the Monokuma file to verify what it said about her body. Sort of sharp object was thrust into her stomach. Must have been the killing blow, but whatever they used to kill her, where'd they get it? Definitely something I should look into later. It looks like a kitchen knife. According to the Monokuma file, Sayaka's right wrist is broken. Oh, okay, so it was just like injured. Okay. Her wrist does look swollen and bloody, that's for sure. But there's something sort of glittery there on the wrist too. Where the wrist is all swollen, that's something glittery. That definitely concerns me. Another thing that concerns me, there's some blood on her left index finger, but that's it. The palms of both of her hands are totally spotless, so how come only her left finger? Stab wound in her stomach is what killed her, so when she broke her wrist, that might have happened earlier on. I mean, how could her wrist get broken after she'd already been killed? So it's very possible she broke her wrist during the struggle. The killer attacked Sayaka in the main room, which is when her wrist got broken. After that, the killer cornered her in the bathroom, where they inflicted the deadly wound. That is a lot of assumptions you're making, my guy. You would not make a good investigator, but you know what? You're also a painfully average high school student. She reeked as her body released all her gas and fluids within her as a part of natural decomposition process. Thank you, Kinsey. Truth bullets. No one's going to come out here and be like, how come her body smelled so fresh when you walked in? And I'm gonna be like, you're wrong. Her body was pooped herself and she smelled like poop. She's a girl, she doesn't have gas, duh. That's true. Kinsey's constantly out of gas in her car. Constantly. She will go fill up her car and I'll get like a drink in Circle K and I'll come back out and we're leaving and she's out of gas again. I don't know how it happens.
It looks like you found it, right, Makoto? The bloody numbers? That's most likely Sayaka's dying message.
Yeah, what's the numbers about? I've never seen something written in blood before. It really was her final message. It's as if she wrote it with life itself.
You often talk like an aspiring poet.
No, I talk like a painfully average high school student. But the numbers she wrote, what do they mean? 1137. I have no idea what that could possibly mean.
The way she wrote the numbers makes me think she wanted to use her body to block them. If she wrote them in that location while she was sitting the way we found her, it means she must have wrote them by turning only her hand toward the wall.
That explains her finger. If you were to write something in that position, do you know what the result would be? The result? Think about it. You're not going to tell me?
Makoto.
You need to uncover the mystery of this case yourself. Otherwise, the case will end and you'll remain unconvinced.
I have no idea what you're trying to say, but it's obvious you're not going to tell me. Thanks for your help. So what she's saying? She was saying that she wrote it down in her hand, but like backwards. Like she was writing it. I don't understand what she was trying to say. She's like trying to say that she wrote it by sitting here with her finger backwards, or like, is it upside down? Maybe, I don't know what she's trying to say. Oh, I know who I should talk to when it comes to numbers. Who better ask than the ultimate
Makoto.
programmer?
There's one other thing I wanted to ask you about. Do you know how the door to your bathroom got broken?
Broken? You mean how it gets stuck?
What?
Get stuck?
Yeah, I guess I'm the only one, but the door doesn't fit in the frame quite right. When I first tried to use it, I thought it was just locked. But once you learn the trick, it opens no problem.
Bathroom door frame has been...
Oh, that's not her voice. Has been added to the truth bullets.
Correct.
The door doesn't quite fit in the frame, huh? But actually, I'm referring to the broken doorknob.
The doorknob?
You didn't notice? Well, just try closing the bathroom door. I'm sure you'll see right away what I'm talking about.
Do what Kyoko said and shut the bathroom door. What? Doorknob? What about the doorknob? Finish your sentence. Finish your plate. What the heck? The doorknob is practically about to fall off. Why is it like this?
It would seem...
Someone must have used a screwdriver or something similar to unscrew it.
Well, toolkit.
Whatever it was, it's obvious that was intentional.
What? It was intentional? Why would someone want to do
So-
that? Why would someone want to do that? I only wonder.
I guess maybe they were trying to get the door unlocked and ended up breaking the whole thing.
But my bathroom doesn't have a lock on it. Only the girls' bathrooms can lock, right? She stood there for a while, lost in thought. Then apparently struck with a sudden realization, she shot a question at me.
Just a second.
She shot a question. It all comes back to the gun.
I just have one more question for you. You mentioned earlier that your bathroom door would get stuck, right? Did you tell anyone about that?
Just Sayaka. Told her about it last night when we, switched rooms.
So what you're saying is only you and Sayaka knew about it. Interesting.
She had the slightest hint of a smirk on her face. I get the sense she was really starting to get into all this.
Then that clears that up.
What clears what up? I'm so
Goodbye.
lost.
Well, see you later.
As if forgetting I was ever there, she suddenly turned and left the room. Bathroom doorknob. When I was in kindergarten and they were teaching us what rhyming words were, she asked, the teacher asked us, hey, everybody give some examples of words that you think rhyme, that you can think of your head right now. And I raised my hand and I said door and knob. And then she said, nope, those aren't rhyming words. And I was so confused why it wasn't a rhyming word. I still don't really understand any of this, but I've already given my room a good once-over. Maybe I should look around somewhere else. I should start looking into where the murder weapon might have come from, and also I should look into the DVD Sayaka got. With Sayaka dead, I had no choice but to see for myself what was in that video. On top of that, I'm sure there are some other areas worth checking out too. Maybe I should go see whatever else. Thanks a lot. Talk to me for that. I'm going to the trash room. She knows it's not you because you wouldn't have taken the knob off. Well, she knows it's not any of the guys because we haven't used our toolkits yet. So it could have been the girls because they have... Wait, sewing kits? Sewing kits can be used to pick locks, right? Door and knob. Oh no. That's what they sound... They rhyme. They rhyme.
Very strange.
So, why was Sayaka in your room when she was killed? Could it be because you are the culprit? Yep, you got me. I did it. Sayaka and I switched rooms last night. He didn't even try to hide the suspicion on his face. Even if what you say is the absolute truth, you're still responsible for her death, wouldn't you say? After all, she wouldn't have died if she hadn't switched rooms with you, right? The reason Sayaka was killed is because I suggested we switch rooms? Wait, she suggested we switch rooms. She's dead because of me? She's dead because of herself. Then it should have been me that died? It should have been her. Well, we can say right now, All we can say right now is that it's a possibility. If that's really true, then I am the murderer. Turn myself in.
Seems like...
Something doesn't seem right. The Monokuma file said Sayaka was killed in your room. I just can't stop thinking about it. Could be the nameplate? The nameplate? Our rooms are switched. You are right. My room used to be this one. Across from Mondo. Right? This is Sayaka's room, right? But the nameplate has my name on it. Okay, I'm glad that that's telling me. Truth bullets. The nameplate on my room and Sayaka's room were switched. So all that effort I put into switching rooms without anyone knowing was totally pointless. Oh, hi, Kinsey. Hiya.
Hiya.
Why would anyone do that? Nice! Poopy butthole's been added to my truth bullets. I've got so many bullets in my revolver. Junko isn't here anymore. She's dead. Alright. Why can't I go in her room? It might have been her. Is he the programmer? No, he's the weirdo. Very strange. Mr. Naegi. What was Miss Maizono? Is that her last name?
I have no idea.
Doing in your room? Maizono-san. Let me just say this. I absolutely will not allow you to dispose of any evidence in the trash room. Do you really think I'm guilty? Well, come catch me, you slowpoke.
Why are you so fast again? Did it glitch?
That's my normal running speed.
That's insane.
This is the trash room, right?
Yeah, can you go in?
The sturdy gate here, no way to get past.
Here we go.
What? It's the end of... But I haven't finished.
No, he's saying it's the end of the line, like you can't go any further.
The investigation, though.
No, I don't think it's saying that it's
What was his voice
the end
like?
of Good morning!
Thanks.
It's the end of the line, the trash room. This is where all the trash in the school eventually winds up.
How'd you get this gate
No,
open?
no, you can't go any further.
No entry beyond this point. Only the person on cleaning duty is allowed in.
Who's on cleaning
No,
duty?
no, you can't go any further.
Okay, who's on cleaning
No,
duty?
no, you can't go.
Okay, thank you. This is stupid. It'd be faster to just go around and ask the
No,
others.
you can't go.
Okay, thank you. Trash duty. Wait, I didn't even know we had a cleaning duty schedule.
What's what was the green banner?
The green banner? This
That's
is
a
a
door?
door?
That's
Yeah.
okay.
I'm guessing it's supposed to be here, but the texture's like not stretched the whole way.
Sure.
Anyway. Or maybe only people that are skinny enough to fit through the door can go into the trash room. Do you want to know why?
Why?
It's because you have to burn your fat yourself. Trash.
Christ.
Where else is there? So trash room done. I have to figure out that schedule. And kitchen for the murder weapon.
You gotta talk to everybody and ask about the trash duty.
Yeah. Oh, and ask for I have to go through everyone's rooms and see what their toolkit status is. That's another trash fact with your boy, Bells. Hina, are you investigating the dining hall? Oh, no, I'm just taking a break, actually. I've been taking a break since we started. This is all a first for me, you know? I don't have the first clue what I should be doing. I know what you mean. And I don't know why, but being in the dining hall helps keep me calm. So I know I shouldn't, but I've just been kind of hanging around here. To tell the truth, I was doing the same thing last night when Sayaka was killed. At night? Who did you
At
see?
night.
Did you see anybody?
Taking
See
out
anybody
trash.
take a knife from the empty knife wall right there?
At night.
I thought that would have been the trash duty schedule.
No, it said you had to ask people. Egg.
There are all kinds of kitchen knives here. Looks like one of them is missing. Was it missing from the very beginning? Or I better see if anyone knows more about it. Kitchen knife set. See if anybody knows about it.
You don't want to look at anything else?
There was nothing else to look at. There was the food, and there was the frozen food, and that's it. She wasn't stuffed before she died. With food. Hey, so did you notice one of the kitchen knives is missing from the dining
totally.
hall? Yeah, weird, huh? I thought it was kind of strange. A knife just suddenly disappearing like that? Oh, so it wasn't missing from the beginning?
Right.
Nope. Hi, Kippy. Last I remember, they were all lined up in a nice night row.
Nice night.
Nice
Oh.
night row. Good. Owie, you're stupid at talking. So when did you notice one of them had disappeared?
Whoa.
Well, I went to go get some tea from the kitchen last night, and all the knives were still there. But when I finished my tea and went back into the kitchen to wash my glass, one of the knives was gone. Just saying the knife disappeared while you're drinking your tea in the dining hall. Yeah. In other words, you were right there in the dining hall when someone came and took it. Then you should have been able to say for sure. Tell everyone I didn't come to the dining hall last night, which proves I didn't take it. Oh, okay, well. I guess proving I'm innocent is just as valuable as finding out who actually killed. No, it's not. It's not valuable at all. Hey, by the way, did you really kill Sayaka? Why would I Of course not. I would never tell you if I did or not. Hina, do you really think I murdered her? Well, she was killed in your room, right? So, I mean, you guys were supposed to be friends, right? But still killed her. On the other hand, two people becoming good friends, then one killing the other is a classic drama setup. So when you consider everything together, it's just like Hamilton. I have no idea.
Alexander Hamilton.
Thanks, Owie. I have Kaza's stream open, and I've been hearing Carlo's voice in the background occasionally, just to now realize his VOD was playing in another tab I forgot to close. It was never Kaza's stream from the beginning. Laundry duty list? No, wait, trash duty list. So you're telling me Kaz and Carlo sound similar to you? Thought they were playing Apex together. Oh. Was it a VOD of them playing together, or was it just Kaz and Carlo sound similar? So should I just go to every boy's room now?
Just go to everybody's room forever.
I don't think I can. This is Mondo's room. Nothing in there that will help. Alright. What is this room? Shipping room? And there's an upstairs. I like the music. The music sounds like Cowboy Bebop music.
Sounds like every shop song on Nintendo DS.
All one of them, you mean?
No, all of them. I had a lot more games that involved shopping than you did.
It was Carlos VOD. I just didn't understand what was being said. Oh. Who's hanging out in the classrooms? Why are you in here? Taco? Can you tell me anything about cleaning duty?
Huh?
Cleaning duty?
What's your problem?
Like I know anything about that. That's Taka's the one who cares about stupid organizational stuff like that. Oh, thanks for your help. Are we
You know
really
about
just
that
chilling in
knife
the
missing?
classroom? Yeah, about the knife. Well, I don't want to give away everything. Cool. Very exciting room. What do people do for fun around here? You're gonna put a bunch of high schoolers all together in their rooms like 5 feet apart from each other and not give them any video games to play? What do you think's gonna happen? Oh, they can watch movies.
They're gonna get stuffed.
With knives. And Tubby Custard.
Tubby Custard.
How do I put in her CD?
Do you have her DVD?
I think I do. Is there like an inventory that's not truth bullets? Whatever personal belongings you have on you? I'm not scrolling through 114 of those.
No?
It's a school. They're supposed to learn, stupid. No one's teaching them.
No classes.
No. If you could use the DVD, just interact with the player. Oh, I thought he said... I thought my character found her DVD. Like...
No, it was in the trash bin originally.
Oh, yeah, it was. She threw
And
it
then you were
out.
like, I'm not gonna touch that.
Oh, so I
She'll
can go
tell me
get
when
it
she's ready.
from... Oh, I should just finish talking to people while I'm here. I need to go back to her room. Cleaning duty, eh? As a matter of fact, Motokuma came and talked to me yesterday morning. Really?
Listen to me!
He probably realized I was basically in charge, so he decided to talk to me directly.
Oh
The
my
topic of conversation was assigning cleaning duty. So you're on cleaning duty now?
That's wrong.
Actually, no.
I'm the manager.
Okay, so who is it? Hifumi was also there when we had this conversation. He volunteered right away, so I let him have it. So he's on cleaning
Count
duty
on
then. Indeed. But we'll swap out on a weekly basis. I'm sure you'll be up before too long.
Got it!
And then when that time comes, I'll be counting on you.
Do not
Cleaning
be
duty?
dead.
So this dude doesn't even hire maids? He makes us do all the cleaning?
Nah, you
Also,
gotta
I don't
put
want
some
people
variables
doing
in
my
there
cleaning duty. Out of
To
here.
make the murders interesting.
Unless it's just like take people's trash cans and refill the bags, but don't make me like clean their clothes.
I mean, isn't that common in Japan that everybody kind of pitches in to cleaning the whole area in school?
I'm saying I don't want other people touching my clothes.
Oh.
Like I'll do my own
Well, there's a laundry room, so I assume you do your own laundry.
Yeah. You're literally the only 15 people in the building. He ain't hiring other people? Oh, what am I doing here? Which one's Hifumi? Whoops.
I don't know.
I'm glad this thing is here because I don't remember everyone's name.
Oh, God.
Oh, God. So that's why you don't want me going into the trash room, huh? Sorry, 13. Too soon. Too soon. Are you on your lunch break, Kinsey?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so I'm gonna go to the... I thought I could just walk, sorry. I'm gonna go to the, my room, or...
Oh, what happened to
Sayaka's
that
room.
guy?
so that I can get the CD, so I can go play the CD, and then go back to the fat
Keep
guy.
saying CD, it's a DVD.
It's a CD-ROM. Looks like I got really set after seeing what was on that video. Wonder what did. Might not be directly related to the case, but it should be worth checking out anyway. I'm sorry, Sayaka, I need to borrow this DVD. DVD.
Go talk to the fat guy. He's standing right there before
But
you
I
walk
might
all
find
around.
evidence here that it's like...
Alright.
I don't know. I feel like this is the correct order and more...
I feel like that's too complex for a 2010 game.
Huh.
Okay.
He's right there. Just talk to him. No, he's not. I'm too late. It's too late. I'm over here now. I'm watching the DVD. I'm going out of order. Should be able to use this to see what's on the DVD. That was thrown in the garbage. I sat down in front, put the DVD, played, took a second, then...
I think you're just dying to see the snuff film.
THX. Oh, an image slowly appeared. It looked like some kind of concert. Standing on stage, front and center, was a face I recognized all too well.
Same picture
It was
they use
Hifumi.
every
No.
time.
Sayaka. She was there along with the... Oh my god, what if he's like a fan of her and killed her out of like... being
Like
obsessed
obsession.
with her? Yeah. It was like, I can't have you. She was there along with the friend she said had been so important to her. She was positively glowing there in front of the crowd, so full of life. Seeing that image made it even harder to accept that she was dead. Accept. My vision started to blur and darken, and then that voice I'd come to despise so much began to float out of the
Sayaka
speakers.
Maizono, the ultimate pop sensation, lead singer for a world-famous all-girl pop band. For these girls, the glowing spotlight only made them that much more beautiful. But then...
This is gonna be motive. He said this was motive for everybody.
I
Suddenly,
guess.
the screen went dark, and in the next moment, I saw something I could hardly believe. She was gone. Sayaka had disappeared from the stage, which was now in ruins. But what I noticed even more than that was the figures of other girls who had all simply collapsed.
This ultra-successful team suddenly fell apart.
Yeah, they all passed out from exhaustion.
They were all
Actually
sleeper
happens.
agents.
They were all sleeper
Yeah, they all got deactivated
None
because
of
she
them
left.
will ever perform on stage again. None of them will ever feel the warmth of the spotlight. For Sayaka, there's simply nowhere for her to return to. So here's the billion-dollar question. What could have caused the group to go to pieces?
What do you think it is, Kinsey?
Vain. She was too vain.
She was too... What? You're gonna give a real answer like that? Okay, I think it was, they really were all robots and they were only there just to, make her feel better, but when she's not there, they, like, deactivate.
I think a
They
cow
go to
falls
sleep.
from the sky.
Thank you.
You
Good.
didn't want a real answer.
No. My fault.
Look for the answer.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, we don't get to know. That's right. The video cut off.
That's what made her so upset?
I guess when you only have 5 friends, or you only have 4 friends, and you see all 4 of them like lying there,
My
not
friends
dead,
are
but
passed out.
that wasn't real, right? They're a super famous pop group. Everyone knows who they are. Is he trying to say he was able to even get to them? If that really did happen, everyone in the outside world must be going crazy. What kind of person would take things this far?
Okay.
All right, well, that's not very... that did nothing to help me.
Alright. To the fat man.
Why was she so adamant about not telling any? That's nothing bad compared to losing like your whole family and your house getting
I
destroyed.
guess that is her family.
All right,
Oh, that's
listen
weird.
up. I'm looking for whoever's on cleaning duty.
Cleaning duty?
What?
Thought I heard a scratch, but I saw Kigi on your lap.
As a matter of fact, that's me. Why do you ask? Just so happens, Monokuma talked to me yesterday and asked me to take care of it. With someone on cleaning duty, the school would be flooded with trash in no time. So I formally applied for the position. I was gonna start this morning, but after what happened, I hadn't had a chance to get started.
Since you're on cleaning duty, you can open the gate in front of the trash room.
Here we go.
Of course! It's my job to gather up all the garbage and toss it in the trash room. And to do that, they gave me the key for the trash room gate.
Oh, someone stole the key from you.
But we're supposed to rotate once a week, so eventually you'll be in
Very
charge.
strange.
You're not dead.
Hold on. You need a key to get into the trash room? And only the person on cleaning duty has access to the key. What's the point of going to all that trouble? Why not just leave the trash room open all the time so we can all throw things out whenever we want? That's some smart thinking that does seem more
So in
convenient.
other words,
It's to purposefully make it difficult. Oh wait, that's not him. Actually, anyone who kills a man is going to graduate. Yeah.
so that's it.
By the way, Danny says, I just remembered, I don't know if this is important or whatever, but their title's Ultimate Whatever is kind of different in translation. In Japanese, they're considered super high school level whatever. They probably shorten it for ease. Super high school level. So not like the best of the best. They're just like the best of the, like the minors.
Didn't they just say she was in a world famous pop star group?
Yeah, but like, there's a difference between being like a pop star underage group and like being a prominent like solo artist, band, whatever.
Not really.
I don't know. That must be why. If anyone could go in and out of the trash room whenever they wanted, then destroying evidence would be easy. That's why? The thrill would disappear and things would become boring.
See? Told you.
Hey, listen.
I thought it was to purposefully cause tension. To,
Yeah.
to force people
so now
to
it's
interact.
less boring.
Not. Okay, whatever. Anyway, more important than that.
Hey, you bastard.
Hey, fatty,
Why'd you want the cleaning duty gig anyway?
But more importantly, who the fuck would want that job?
I just want to volunteer.
Something's fishy there.
I knew no one else would want to do.
That's
What's
fucking
the big
sucks,
deal?
dude.
You
Liar, I know you
Is
did
it
it.
like-
You want to dig through all the girls' trash looking for, you know, poking around at it.
There's
He's looking
no
for
way
tampon.
to think about this in a common
All
sense
my love
kind
is
of
for
way.
2D.
you know what I mean.
Gross.
But there's all kinds of trash diggers like that. Maybe you'll get tired of 2D and then turn to.
I would never get tired of 2D.
I fucking hate this guy so much.
Spending a significant amount of time comparing 2D and 3D, I voluntarily chose 2D.
Significant.
The only thing 3D is good for is to shower love and affection for a 3.
After examining real girls versus fake girls.
Oh, and PVC figures.
Like the pipes?
Give me a break.
No, like the figures that Danny has.
Those are made of PVC?
I don't think they're always PVC, but
How are you not totally.
PVC is just a plastic.
This is us. How are you not totally embarrassed to say stuff like that? If you're worried about Hifumi's questionable morality, there's a very easy solution. Whenever a guy is cleaning duty, Sakura can accompany them from picking up the trash to disposing of it. What?
What?
You're as innocent as you claim. Where's the harm in it? That's not how it's supposed to. Anyway, on another topic, Hifumi, since you are on cleaning duty,
Did you just sneeze?
I have a favor to ask you. No, I burped.
What, so you suddenly want to join my party? Sorry, but you haven't triggered that flag yet. I mean, you haven't helped me recover from a past trauma or save a village or beat a boss.
Oh my god.
No, nothing like that. I was just hoping to get into the trash room and look around.
Talking to this guy is
okay.
exhausting.
So easy. Hifumi and I headed down to the trash room. Here we are. Figures are made of PVC plastic. Good. I like that
He
voice.
just moaned in our ear.
When you enter the trash room.
What is he, a fucking Skeksis?
Yeah.
The cheaper figures may only be one or the other. They combine the two plastics, PVC and ABS, to get better durability, and so they last longer. Sometimes even resin. There's resin printers that you can get, Danny, like for miniatures of D&D. If you bought one, you could print your own figures in resin. So they would
They
be
wouldn't
even
be
higher
painted.
quality. Oh, but they wouldn't be painted, that's right.
One color.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, unless Danny wants to take up painting, doing it himself.
You'd like me to open the gate, wouldn't you? You know, when I look at it, it makes me think. They said he killed his wife. He learned how to get by on the inside, but he never stopped dreaming. Get busy living or get busy dying, he said. So him and Rita, they found themselves a way out.
What? What?
Da-da-da-da-da.
What is he talking about?
I stopped listening.
Okie dokie, leave it to me.
This boy talks and I just, my ears turn off
Foamy pulled a key out of his pocket and used it to flip the switch next to the gate, and then
for my own sanity.
Mr.
place to
Naegi,
investigate.
without a doubt.
Surely you aren't planning to use the trash room to destroy evidence, are you? You fiend, you planned this all along.
You'd be right here and watching me do it.
Yeah,
wanted to
then
see
you'd
if
get a truth bullet,
I
idiot.
just wanted, then you'd get the truthful. Just wanted to see if the actual killer had tried to destroy any evidence or not. Can buy garbage kits if I want customs. He's doing the Skeksis again. He's referencing that one movie, I can't remember the name, but the one with Morgan Freeman. Which one? Shawshank Redemption? Oh, you're talking about Bruce Almighty. Yeah, okay.
But the actual killer is you, isn't it? You want to see if you left anything behind?
What?
Yes, Shawshank. Oh.
Maybe a parallel world.
Whatever, let's just hurry up and keep looking. His eyes are the Rick and Morty mouth.
Yeah, they are.
Oh, look. A big blue blob that wasn't thrown out. There are shards of broken glass everywhere. People pissing on the streets. People just around it in front of the incinerator. Looks like it used to be some kind of glass ball, just about big enough to fit in the palm of your hand.
What the heck?
We had Christmas time already.
This perhaps.
That's what
Do you
that
know
word sounds like.
That's what it said.
Do you know what that is?
They say if you collect all 7, a dragon will appear and grant you a single wish.
It's a Dragon
Oh
Ball.
my god, it is a dragon.
Kidding aside, it's the kind of thing you might see on any big city street corner. Gaze into it and it will show you a glimpse of the future.
It's a fushigi.
It's a fushigi! Oh, you
Just
beat me
like
to it.
Just like that Nina girl who was on that quest to find that one guy.
Your references are lost on me,
I
and
do
I
not
play a lot of
understand
video
the
games.
references.
I get what you're trying to say. But who did this particular ball belong to? There's only one person it could be. They should still be in the gym. I'd better go find out for sure. Who?
Celeste?
Crystal ball for gambling? Is there somebody that was like the ultimate,
Or the guy who was freaking out and was like,
Oh.
get me out of here!
Oh,
Isn't he
wait.
clairvoyant?
oh no, the ultimate clairvoyant? Why would he have thrown out a ball?
Tito, that's his
Please. I like this character. Don't make him bad.
Don't make him bad.
Thank you, Kinsey. There's something on the ground. You not hear that?
No.
There's something on the ground in front of the incinerator. It looks like a burnt piece of something. It looks like her shirt. Pick it up. It has blood on it.
It's got the tubby custard on it.
A burnt piece? Like a hunk? Like a hunk of burning love?
Oh my god.
Why are you standing
there?
Why are you?
I hate
Anyway,
it.
looks like a piece of cloth, and the shape is part of the sleeve from a button-up shirt. Now they look at it, there's definitely blood on the cuff. Definitely
Oh,
blood.
somebody tried to burn their shirt after killing her. And this
Oh.
is left over. Alright, who's missing a shirt? Everybody, strip down. Get naked.
Okay, that's not gonna have people know if they're missing a shirt or not. That's definitely blood and not Pepto-Bismol on the cuff.
Well, how many people are wearing a shirt that have a cuff like that?
That's what we have to find out. It's all that's left is evidence the killer destroyed, but there are lots of people here with white button-up shirts. This isn't enough by itself to figure out who the killer is. Truth bullet. There's a button here. Green button and a yellow button. There's no doubt they're related to the big mechanism. Oh, great.
Stick your hand in the mechanism.
This is the incinerator. It's way in the back part of the trash room. It's a good 30 feet from here to the gate. That's on right now. Clearly, it's on right now.
Did you see the green and yellow buttons next to the mouth of the incinerator?
Yes, indeed.
Hi. What are you doing here? What are you doing here?
I got tired of holding my own head up.
Okay, so just lean back.
I got tired of leaning back.
I don't know what to tell you then. You can't be like on my arm. I have to move this.
Sure you can.
It's a simple, pretty simple sound. You press the green button to get it going and the yellow button to turn it off. Sooner or later, you'll be on cleaning duty, so make sure you learn this before you leave, okay?
Hey, somebody's
Okay.
dead. My worry is not how to turn the incinerator on and off.
Someone turned the incinerator on. Very strange. I'm quite certain it was off last time I was down here.
Was it a
Perhaps
fairy?
it was the work of a fairy.
Fairy.
Do you realize what you just said?
The fairy?
No, you said the last time you were here, the incinerator was off.
Ah, yes. About that, there can be no mistake. If I've got one thing going for me, it's my memory.
I feel as if...
Yesterday,
I beg your fucking pardon.
I came down to check the place out. Sounds like the Grinch.
it wasn't on then. It definitely wasn't on then. I haven't been back to the trash room since then. And since I'm the only one who has a key to open the gate,
Most
it
suspicious.
should be impossible for the incinerator to be on. And yet,
So that means someone was able to switch on the incinerator without opening the gate, or they stole the key and opened the gate. And the other person that knows that you have the key is the other person that was there, which means it was the kid in the white jacket, which also has the white cuffs on it.
Haka.
Yeah. Incinerator has been added to the truth bullet. It's because she was late that one time to the morning meeting.
What?
That's why he killed her. Because she was late to the breakfast morning meeting.
Yeah,
this
that's
whole
why.
thing is quite strange indeed. When I was here last, the incinerator was off, and those glass shards and burnt clothes weren't there.
Completely
What does it all mean, Mr.
unforgivable.
Naiki?
Christ.
Will you be confessing soon? Why me?
That's it. I'm
Everyone
sure
already
of it.
knows you did it. All the mysteries are being solved one by one.
Sounds like he's living out some of his comic book fantasies. Alright, that's everything here.
God, anything to stop talking to him.
So then where to next?
We need to go talk to Hito in the gym.
The gym?
Yeah, he's clairvoyant. Why is this broken glass there?
How come no one else is doing anything? They're all just standing around.
They're investigating.
Clearly. Speedrun strats. You gotta bunny hop backwards to get faster. I don't like that I have to load up this first room to get into the second room to load up the second room. And then when I leave, I have to load up the first room again to load up the hallway. Hey, Hero, can I ask you something? No. I gotta get out of here. Gotta get out now. I've had enough. Gotta break free.
Slap him.
Hero, snap out of it. Thanks. Slap him twice.
Makoto, what are you doing here? What?
Does this look familiar?
That's my crystal ball. But it's all smashed. What the hell?
The heck?
Hey, you've got the white clefs.
I only brought it because the guy said it was blessed. He said it was unbreakable. So how did it break?
What?
Was it actually just made of glass and not crystal? Did that guy totally dupe me? He said it belonged to the pillars of history. Genghis Khan, George Washington, Napoleon? Said whoever controlled the crystal ball controlled the world. Was that seriously all BS?
I thought you were clairvoyant.
Yeah, how did you not read through his mind and figure out? Okay, let's
not
put that
how
aside for now. So you can say without a doubt that this belonged to you?
Yeah.
That's mine for sure. I probably forgot it in the laundry room last night. Someone must have come by and snatched it. You left it in the laundry room? That means anyone could have found it and taken it. Truth bullets. Thanks, Hero. That's all I want to know. So how many truth bullets will I get? Is this like on a timer, or will it just be you've collected all of the evidence, now you have to put it together?
I don't know. I have to go, but you still need to look at the boys' rooms to see who's missing a screwdriver.
Okay. I don't think it let me into the boys' rooms though.
No, you tried to go in.
Oh. Okay. You get all the evidence and then the trial starts. Okay. By the way, I'm almost afraid to ask, how much did you pay for that thing? Everything I saved up from fortune telling for 2 full years. Came out to be like $1 million. 2 years of fortune telling gets you $1 million yen? Is it in yen? They're in Japan. That's pretty cheap actually. I mean, considering it gives you the power to control the world? That's just too stupid. I can't even feel bad for him. Bing blong ding dong. Oh no, wait, is it already started? Was that all the evidence already?
I'm getting tired of waiting. What say we just get started,
Oh,
It's time for the long-awaited class trial!
but I still don't have any
Now
clue
then,
who did it.
Allow me to appoint a proper location for the proceedings. Please go through the red door on the first floor of the school. See you soon!
Million yen is about $7.5 thousand. That doesn't make sense. Is that the current conversion rate? I thought the conversion rate, like, the easy conversion rate is 100 yen to $1, so it should have been like a multiple of a 100 or something. The red door on the first floor, that's where I should go. No, it's where I have to go. So, I guess the class trials are not so much as me figuring out who did it, but just me deflecting people who pick me, which seems backwards because I feel like we want to put all our evidence together to figure out who did it, not just save myself, because it doesn't make much sense.
You're late, Makoto. We've all been waiting for you.
I bet you were afraid you would be discovered as the murderer you are.
Listen to me!
Let's not jump to conclusions just yet. Save that for class trial. There, we can reveal all the details of Makoto's crime.
So they really are convinced I did it, but shouldn't it be 100,000 or maybe 10,000? Thank you, Kinsey. Thank you. I didn't do it. Me and Sayaka both knew that all too well, and me, the player. But then, who is the killer? Why is there Are we all inside of an elevator? The one who murdered Sayaka, is it really one of us? Only if it's 1-to-1.
Is everyone here? Okay then. Please board the elevator in front of you, which will transport you to the courtroom, where all your fates will be decided. I'll meet you all down there. I'll be waiting.
So there's no way to lose this, because if we all die, the game's over. So I just have to figure out the correct order to present the evidence, I guess.
What?
So whoever stuck us here even took the time to set up a goddamn courtroom, huh? Is anybody gonna say anything interesting?
Let's get started.
Well, did you find anything that might actually prove your innocence? Yeah, I have an alibi. It's just standing right behind you. I don't think anybody's gonna say anything interesting. But I will say hi to all my favorite characters.
I can't help but wonder
whoever killed Sayaka is feeling right now. But wonder what whoever killed Sayaka is feeling right now. That is a weird object in that sentence. Yeah, I'm just gonna go down the lift. You'll see, the first trial's a tutorial. It's not a normal court trial. Okay. Because I have no choice but to get on the elevator. Let us begin.
Yes, indeed.
Good idea.
Hey,
Are you scared?
No, scared isn't
Makoto.
quite right.
I said it before, but it's up to you to uncover the mystery surrounding this case yourself.
Why me? Why not you? Why can't you help?
If you don't, you'll never come to grips with the truth.
I need to uncover the truth of Sayaka's death. I didn't need someone else to tell me to do that. In Sayaka's honor, I swear I'll find out who the real killer is. As I raise my voice to try and give myself courage, I turn, trembling with anticipation, toward the elevator. With each step forward, I could feel my heart starting to race faster and faster, but at a painfully average rate. Everyone else was already on the elevator. When I finally stepped on, the doors closed, and the elevator started to move. Then it made this really loud beeping noise, and it said, "Too much weight." And I don't know what that meant, because it was in English, and I'm Japanese. The steel box descended with a heavy clunking sounds, toward the school's basement. Wonder if this is how a death row inmate feels when his finest time to come. Rather than that, is it not more like a defendant waiting to receive his judgment? Oblivious to our shared anxiety, the elevator lowered us further and further into the bowels of the school. You know what? Why is there a laundry room? Everyone's wearing the same set of clothes every day. I don't think anybody's changed. You finally arrived.
What do you think? Doesn't it feel just like a real courtroom? It's like a Hollywood movie set, right?
Not even close.
It's total
then.
garbage. Okay, everyone find your assigned seats and sit down. Hurry up now, hurry up.
We did what he said and found our seats. Seats? Nice, the portraits of the characters with their faces crossed out like that. Oddly enough, reminds me of all things Luigi's Mansion 3, at the very beginning of the game. You go to the lobby and see all the portraits X'd out. The seats were arranged in a giant circle. It was set up so that everyone could see everyone else. Also meant it'd be easy for anyone to transfer their tension and unease into anyone else. Also, there's a very specific spot where the text is trying to get me to look, and I'm not going to mention it. The air seemed to grow heavy as we sat there. This is going to be me on Monday? No, it's not. And so the curtain on our first case opened. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal at the house on the hill. Deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly faith, deadly class trial. I don't want to save. Found the conversion. What is it? What is this? What the? There's a menu? Alright, so all my evidence. Let me remember. The file says what her time of death was and what killed her. 2010, 1 million yen was about $8,244 in today's money. Oh, okay. 2 years of saving for $8,000. But just from doing that's, I mean, if he considers his fortune telling as a side job and not his actual job, then again, that he's like the ultimate clairvoyant though. So it should be making more if he's the best at it, but you know, whatever. Number of scratches on the wall. The sword has gold. The sheath has markings on it. We switched rooms. What does this have to do with anything? I guess, I don't know. I guess if someone says, oh yeah, where's your key? And I'll be like, I have Sayaka's key. It's my room. My toolkit is still in my room, which means I couldn't have forced open the door. Cleanliness says no hair. Sure, I guess. The wrist and the blood. Dying message. I never figured this out though. What did she mean by if it was written and the way she was positioned? I'm sure they'll just do the class trial. It'll all make sense. Okay. Skills. Didn't they say I had skills? Increase damage to increase damage to the opponent when a statement is destroyed. Effective during the What? This trial will take up to an hour depending on how fast you go through it. All right.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results.
Don't worry about the skills, they're forgettable. Okay.
If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened. And
the killer really is one of us, right?
It's so rare that I hear this character's voice of all things.
Of course.
Okay then. Everyone, close your eyes. And whoever did it, raise your hand.
What's he doing on the left? What's he... Also, this is a good idea. If everyone was in kindergarten, this is a genius way to get the killer to
Don't be a goddamn idiot. Why the hell would they raise their hand?
Before we move on and start the trial, can I ask a question real quick?
All the voice acting budget went to this cutscene. Never mind. Oh, there it is again.
Those pictures.
It's to remember them.
I'd feel awful if they got left out just because they died. Friendship penetrates even death's barrier.
Friendship?
Penetrate?
Stop it. I'm not going to listen to the rest of that.
What about that other empty seat?
That's for me.
There were only 15 of us to begin with, so why are there 16 seats?
Oh my god, is she Italian? Or French?
Oh, no
is she actually
reason.
French?
It's just that our little courtroom here can technically fit up to 16 people. Okay, that about does it for the preamble. Get ready to get started. First up is the
Someone
case
else is
summary.
going to join us later on, maybe?
Let the class trial begin.
She sounds German. What? I don't know. Europe's one country. It's about to begin the debate to decide who we think the killer is. Anything I found, anything I noticed, I have to be ready to speak up about everything. Her name is Celeste Ludenberg. She sounds German to me. Her last name's Ludenberg? This isn't just about me. Everyone's lives are on the line. Your first non-stop debate is about to begin. Would you like to hear more? Do I want to hear more? Sure. As things progress, you'll engage in a number of non-stop debates. During the discussions, characters will speak one after another without pause. It's up to you to unearth any lies or contradictions buried within their statements. This means you'll have to use your truth bullets to refute what they say. Any relevant truth bullets you found during your investigation will be loaded into the truth cylinder. Use the mouse to aim, then fire with the left mouse button. Pay close attention to each character's statements and use your truth bullets to blast the right ones. Note that if you've run out of time, you'll automatically fail, so be careful. Press the escape key during the argument. You can review the controls. Good luck and have fun. I am so confused. Evidence of a struggle. Okay.
I assert that the one who was murdered was Miss Sayaka Maizono!
That's true.
Yeah, we know that part already.
Yes.
And the murder took place in Makoto's room.
Agree.
In the bathroom.
Yes.
So it seems most likely that...
That's wrong!
The killer must have taken her by surprise while she was in the bathroom.
Not by
She didn't even
surprise.
have a chance to resist.
Oh. There you go. There it is. I missed the first shot. Something's off about what she just said. Because if Sayaka hadn't resisted all, there's no explanation for what happened in my room. For this first debate, we'd like to take a quick sidebar. If you're unable to spot and refute someone's lies, the argument will repeat. In the group of statements, some words appear in a different color. Do you happen to notice? That represents a potential hole of possible weeks. It just flat out tells you. Truth votes are only effective against these weak spots, so just don't even pay attention until it shows the click, the obvious part. Only if you're sure it's actually wrong. You can fast forward an argument by holding down the control key. Good luck. Wait, I have to listen to this again.
And the murder took place in the bathroom. So it seems the killer must have taken her by surprise. She didn't even have a chance to resist.
Sorry, I just wanted to listen to all the voices very fast.
That the one who was and the murder took place in the bathroom. So it seems the killer must have taken her by surprise. She didn't even have a chance to resist.
Oh, I had to do it before it disappears. Eventually, you'll have ones with multiple options to shoot.
Chihiro.
Only one will be right. Oh.
Try to remember how my room looked. With the way things had been damaged, I think we can definitely assume there was a struggle.
A struggle? Between who and who?
Who do you think?
Between Sayaka and the killer, of course.
Dummy!
So you're saying Sayaka wasn't caught by surprise in the bathroom?
She must have been attacked in the main room first. Then, she ran to the bathroom to try and hide.
Yeah, that's German X.
The killer
You guys are
followed
right.
her in, and that's where they finished the job.
That much should have been obvious after taking one look at the scene. It shouldn't even need explaining.
You're right, but I still had to shoot twice.
Sorry.
Okay, so what's next?
Next is the subject of the murder weapon.
Wow, this is starting to sound like a real trial.
Bryce, you missed twice. Well, I didn't. The second time, I didn't shoot at all. What was used to kill Sayaka? I can only wonder. What? Kitchen knife set.
So what was used to kill her?
Why do I have 10 minutes to do this?
Object thrust into her stomach. Without a doubt, that is the murder weapon.
So the killer used some random knife they had on him.
No.
No, that's wrong.
You're an idiot. It's not some random knife. It's a kitchen knife from the kitchen.
No. I do think it was a knife, but not just any knife. I'm almost positive it was a kitchen knife.
I kind of... Is there like dialogue I miss if I shoot them when they're wrong? Or does it normally like end at the last one?
After the murder,
I kind of want to hear what everybody has to say and then go back and shoot it on the second try.
Which means that knife must be the murder weapon.
Oh, yeah. I guess that makes sense. You could sort of see the weapon sticking out of her stomach.
You missed some, but it's not always that
And if you look
important.
real
Okay.
close, I could totally see
If
that
there's
being
anything
a kitchen
that's
knife.
important, just feel free to let it play through once fully before shooting. Oh, okay.
Okay, so the murder weapon was a kitchen knife, but where does that get us? I mean, we all know Makoto killed her, right?
That's right. Makoto's room was the scene of the crime.
What more proof do you need?
Hey, where's my truth bullet for this? How come I
Hold
can't?
on a second.
Hold on. Let me reload my gun.
Let's draw our
Chill.
conclusions after we presented our arguments. Otherwise, what's the point of the trial?
Well, we can talk all we want. It's not going to change that conclusion.
I don't think that's true at all. I'm sure if we keep at it, something new will reveal itself.
You really believe
Yoko
that?
knows who did it. She's just waiting for me to figure it out because there's got to be a breakthrough somewhere. She's just waiting for us to find it because I know damn well I'm not the killer. There's a bit more to learn about the non-stop debates. Would you like to hear more? Sure. She sucks so much, the writer. She's kind of mean. I like to imagine when they're talking and you counter them, you just shoot a gun straight up and be like, hold on a second. Everybody listen, I've got the gun. You can concentrate by holding the space key. While concentrating, time will slow down so you can pay closer attention to what everyone's saying. On top of that, if you steady your aim, making it easier to target potential weak points. Concentrating consumes the focus gauge. What? There's a lot going on. Why do I need to have a focus gauge? Alright, everybody start talking again. Owie.
So I guess there's no question that the kitchen knife was the murder weapon. But where does that get us?
Makoto must have taken it from the kitchen, right?
That's wrong.
He did it in secret when nobody was in the dining hall. And then he went and stabbed Sayaka with it.
So he really did do it.
I thought you were my friend, Leon.
Yes, and it's been decided. We've reached the end.
Amazing.
So I guess there's no question. But where does that Makoto must have did it in secret?
Oh, okay, I can freeze it if I get the right one. Good thing everybody repeated themselves.
Okay, wait. Hold on. I didn't take the knife from the kitchen.
Next you're gonna say you're not the killer, right? Go ahead and say it all you want.
Well, what if I have a witness? What do you think, Hina?
Huh?
Huh? Hina? I thought her name was...
Remember
oh, wait.
what you were
Her
telling
last
me
name.
earlier?
She saw nobody enter, which means... Is that a witness? It's kind of a non-witness. Well, it's a witness that nobody... One of the knives was gone, knife disappeared, yeah.
Just
Sorry,
to
I
be
forgot they
perfectly
stopped
clear,
talking.
the knife disappeared while you were in the dining hall, correct?
Hi, Kinsey.
Hiya. Yeah, that's right.
And at any point while you were there, did you ever see me come into the dining hall?
No, I don't think so.
You don't
There you
think
go.
so?
Eyewitness accounts, the best kind of evidence. Nobody ever doubts them.
No, he definitely wasn't there.
Great.
The knife disappeared while Hina was in the dining hall, but I wasn't there the entire time. In other words, there's no way I could have taken the knife.
Okay, then what about this? What if the idiot swimmer girl and
Got her.
Makoto are in on it together and lying to protect each other?
Because only one of us can...
Idiot swimmer girl?
Oh, and more
can we just kill her
importantly,
now?
why would I get involved in something like that?
Speaking of which, I'd like to ask the bear, if there is an accomplice,
The
do they
bear?
also become blackened?
Yeah, for future reference, can I team up with anybody?
So you ask, and so I shall answer. Each murder is allowed to have an accomplice, but only the one who does the killing will get to graduate.
So there's no point in doing it.
So in other words, two people can work together, but one of them has no chance of profiting from it.
Oh
Then
boy.
there's no way anyone would work together, right?
Right, yeah,
But
totally.
What if they did work together, and they just didn't know about the rule?
Good grief! Enough already. No, okay? There are no accomplices in this case.
God, it's like, shut up, you're being boring.
It's like me trying to watch you play Portal or like Tunic and be like, no, it's not it. Just
No, just
go do the thing.
go play something
Figure it
else.
out.
Say
Go
that
back.
out loud.
Anyway, I didn't go to the dining hall, and I didn't take the knife. So I'm not the killer.
Okay, so then
I'm too average to be a
who
killer.
did take the knife? Hina seems the obvious candidate. After all, she
Candidate.
just said she was in the dining hall.
No way! I swear it wasn't me!
Sure, but can you or anyone else prove that?
I can.
That's right.
They're like best
Sakura
friends.
was with me the entire time I was drinking my tea.
You didn't mention that at Oh, wait.
Yeah, why did you not
Did
mention
she?
that at all? I don't
She
think
mentioned
so.
she was alone. When you beat this game, are you going to go back and watch the Danganronpa musical stage play?
Oh my god.
I hate
Maybe
to have
on a
to ask,
Thursday,
but just
but
to be
no one
sure,
else has played this.
Sakura's
Me.
right.
That's
me.
literally you the entire playthrough.
Sorry. Yeah,
But
sorry.
then, couldn't either one of them have grabbed the knife?
Actually, no. Because, well,
I took
Just
the
spit it out already.
We were drinking tea.
I stayed in Hina's room last night.
I got so scared thanks to those creepy
Oh.
videos. I wasn't really thinking, I just asked her to stay over. Which means we have airtight alibis.
Except that you're each other's alibis.
You stayed over? Doesn't that violate one of the school regulations?
Oh my god, shut the fuck up. Shut
We're
the
not
fuck up.
allowed
Nobody
to
likes
sleep
you.
anywhere but the dorms. But it doesn't say we have to stay in our assigned room.
Tight.
So, I don't think that's a problem.
It is a problem! A boy and a girl spending the night together? It's unwholesome!
Got him.
But I'm a girl.
Got him.
You are?
Oh shit!
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry!
But if it wasn't
Taka.
either of you, then what other possibility is there?
Actually, there
Why is it okay for
one
two
other
girls?
possibility. Right, Hina?
Yeah, there's no gay people in Japan.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, true.
One other person did come to the dining hall while we were there.
Why are you just
didn't
now
you say
remembering
so
it
in
as
the
people
first
bring it up? I'm Byakuya.
Well, because
I'm him.
they're not
Byakuya and I
here
are the
anymore.
same person.
They're not here. Oh.
Oh.
Someone's not here. Oh, this is
Sayaka.
why it's a tutorial.
She's the one who came to the dining hall. And then later, she wound up dead.
I thought it was gonna be the fashion girl.
Sayaka, so the person who took the knife from the kitchen was...
Sayaka.
They just said it.
Probably to defend
got it.
herself.
What?
Then-
She just said it.
Sayaka is the one who took the knife?
Yes.
That's the only possibility.
Unless there was a fourth
And
person you guys
thinking
forgot to
back on
mention.
it, she was acting kind of unusual. When she came into the dining hall, she didn't even look at us. She just went straight to the kitchen. As she left, she said she just wanted a drink of water. But most likely...
And he said, no, it's because being gay in Japan is okayer than being straight and
The
horny.
person who took the knife was the
Deadly
victim
combination.
herself.
I'm sure she just took it for self-defense.
So you're saying the knife she took was then taken from her, and she was killed with it?
Yes.
That would
In
make
that
sense.
case, you may not have taken the knife, but you still could have killed her.
Oh, he fucking got you.
What?
Oh, man. I shouldn't have said anything.
He did do it after all.
These are fully perfect high schoolers.
just so you know, as soon as we leave this trial, I'm gonna fucking kill you in front of everybody.
These are 100% high schoolers. As soon as one person says something that sounds
See?
somewhat smart,
I said-
everyone's like,
No, you're wrong.
So,
There it
that's
is.
how
There
you
it is.
twist the argument and send us all off in the wrong direction.
All of them are literally like, sounds like something a killer would say.
You possess a most terrifying talent.
Yeah, why are they fucking zooming like that?
if I don't do something, they're gonna blame me for the murder. Let me pull out my gun. Don't they understand? They convict
Hold
me,
on.
everyone's gonna
It's
die.
still too early to decide conclusively that Makoto is the killer, wouldn't you say?
Kyoko, best girl.
Because you see,
She's saving
if the
my
room
life.
did belong to the killer, then they did something most bewildering.
Kyoko
And
and
until we
Byakuya.
unravel that little mystery, you simply can't declare that he's the killer.
Those are
Bewildering?
the three smartest.
What the hell are you talking about?
Yeah, they are. They're probably in like cahoots, like the first Saw. Spoiler alert. But like they're like probably in cahoots
Something
with the bear
was
the whole
missing from
time,
the scene
and they
of
know
the
what's going
crime
on
that by
at all times.
rights should have been there. You know what I'm talking about, don't you?
Totally.
Quick, get your gun out.
Your first Hangman's Gambit is about to begin. Hangman's
Oh
Gambit.
my god,
we
why
need
is
more.
there so much shit?
Where's my gun? The point is to reveal an important phrase related to the incident in question. You'll have to deduce the phrase from the letters flying around. There it is!
It's a
There
game,
it is.
guys.
It's time to spell!
It's a game.
The letters flying around and the letters already known. Complete the phrase by shooting down the flying letters. Alright. Use the wrong letters, you'll suffer damage to your influence gauge. If it reaches 0, you fail. Good luck.
then your focus gauge will go down by half.
Something that should have been at the scene but wasn't. That must be the crucial point. We can figure out what that something is.
All right, time to spell. This is what I
Can you
suck
spell?
at the first.
Hair. I'm doing it. What? Do I have to shoot it multiple times? Oh. I spelt hair.
Now I understand.
Yeah! I got it. What?
That's right.
I hope I didn't
There
waste all
wasn't a
my truth
single
bullets
hair
on
on the
that.
floor.
I didn't have that many left.
So, the culprit removed some evidence?
Yes. And if I were the culprit, why would I need to get rid of all the hair in my own room? It wouldn't be unusual at all to find my hair at the crime scene if the crime scene is in my room.
The reason all the hair was gone was to remove any trace that Sayaka had ever been there. That makes sense, does it not?
It was to remove the trace that the killer had been there, not
Yeah.
Sayaka.
No.
Where's my truth
If
bullet
that
for
were the
that,
case,
Celeste?
they would have had to do something
Minus
about
2
the body
points.
itself, not just her hair.
Still up there, but that was a stupid
very
line.
true, very true.
Okay,
You don't run
then
out of
why
truth
wasn't
bullets.
there any hair on the ground?
The killer got rid of it all, of course, to remove any trace that they had ever been there.
Kyoko plus 2 points.
Wait. Then that means...
It couldn't.
That Sayaka died by the kitchen knife.
Precisely. It's simply beyond
You just
reason to
two
believe
steps
that the
behind
room owner
everybody
and
all
the
the time.
killer are one and the same.
Beyond reason.
Then, Makoto isn't the culprit?
Are you
Thanks.
sure we can decide something so important based solely on the absence of some hair?
You've been trying to decide stuff based off the presence that it's my room.
No. There are other
No.
reasons that prove why Makoto couldn't have done it.
Yeah.
I would like to hear these reasons.
I would also like to hear these reasons. Is
I
it the
didn't go get
doorknob
the
time?
knife. I wasn't in the. I didn't clean my own room.
Do you
She's gonna
remember
bring up the
anything
doorknob.
remarkable about the bathroom at the scene? Sayaka was attacked in the main room first, then fled into the bathroom, right?
Yeah.
That's correct.
Then they ran after her, got into the bathroom, and stabbed her.
And
Yes.
how did the killer get into the bathroom? Did they have any trouble with it?
It was broken
What do you
into.
mean?
It's fairly certain that the killer had some trouble getting into the bathroom. There was clear evidence left behind. Do you remember, Makoto?
Yes.
You could just say it yourself.
Killer struggled getting into the bathroom, and the evidence that this proves. Well, it helps me prove my case, if I can say. They broke the doorknob.
Doorknob first.
I got it! Evidence that the killer had trouble getting into the bathroom. You're talking about the doorknob, right?
You can't say it. Makoto, he's the main character. He has to.
He's the most
doorknob.
boring person here too.
What doorknob?
What doorknob?
The doorknob for my bathroom.
You guys have
Clairvoyant.
bathrooms?
It was completely broken. See how the top part
Clairvoyant.
was unscrewed?
He's never paying
And the
attention to
doorknob's about
anything.
ready to fall off?
He's too busy thinking about the future that he can't stay in the present.
He's on multiple
Oh, yeah,
realms.
true. But what does
He's
it
the
mean?
luckiest boy. He has the luckiest arguments.
In
Jesus
trying to
Christ.
bypass the lock, they ended up nearly removing the entire doorknob. This is another most bewildering act for the room's owner. It proves Makoto is beyond suspicion.
Yeah, I'm way too average to know how to
So
unscrew a
what? You're
doorknob.
saying he
Too
wouldn't break the
dumb.
door in his own room? But if the
No,
only
he already
choice
knew
you
how to
have
get
is
in.
to break it, you break it. There's nothing bewildering about it.
You still don't see?
I love
Okay,
the faces
then.
on the
Wow,
left
you
just
still don't
moving.
see that, even
Let's
though I've
take another look at how
left
the
out
incident
one
unfolded.
very key part of this.
Hopefully
which is
that will help you
that
understand.
the door it just has a jam
Yeah.
in it that I know how to open.
Said it was a bewildering act. I almost didn't notice at first, but is that a key point here? There's a bit more to learn about the non-stop debates. Even more? Even more than the focus gauge? Even more than the
God.
truth bullets? The number of weak spots will start going up, but no matter how many weak spots there are, only one lie or contradiction is in that debate. What I'm trying to say is, not all weak spots you use are false. Use the truth bullet on the wrong one, and not only will you fail to refute, but you'll also lower your gauge with everyone, and your influence gauge will take damage. Now this is important because if your influence gauge reaches 0, you fail. You have to rely on your own logic to determine which weak spots are lies or contradictions. Good luck. And have fun. Have fun. People are dying, but have fun. Bathroom door frame. Look at them.
Truth bullet.
The incident took place in Makoto's room.
No, it didn't. Yes, it did.
Sayaka was first attacked in the main room.
Yes, that's true.
She then fled into the bathroom.
Agree.
Then the killer
Oh, look,
ran
there's a
after
little
her.
thing here telling you every single
And they
person's
got into
line.
the bathroom.
Yes.
At that point, the killer had to try and bust down the door.
No, he tried
Because
to
Sayaka
unscrew the
had
door.
locked it.
You can't lock the door. Oh, that's what it is.
And finally, the culprit had Sayaka cornered.
And to finish
It's
the
funny
job,
when you fail.
they stabbed her with the kitchen knife.
Hold on, I'll wait. Two
It
more
was
lines.
you, wasn't it, Makoto? Admit it.
You're so
We
useful.
already know the answer.
You're so useful.
I hope she dies next.
It's really funny when you fail, because then everyone's like, well, shoot, guess it's Makoto, even if whatever was said has nothing to do with him. Then you just restart and lose points. Alright, so it was... The door can't be locked, so that's what it
Then the
was.
killer ran, and they got into the back. At that point,
The killer had to try and... Because Sayaka had...
Sayaka had...
No, wrong.
It was my room. You can't lock your room, can you?
The
I
reason
can't
my
lock my
bathroom
room.
didn't open wasn't because it was locked. After all, the girls' rooms are the only ones with locking bathrooms, right?
I have something to tell you all.
Yes. Yes. Now that you mention it, that
Do
is
that line
true.
twice.
Yes.
Then why didn't your
Forgot to read the rest
bathroom
of the
door
line.
open?
Because it was stuck.
Huh? What are you talking about?
Glad nobody used their truth
I'm the
bullet on my
unlucky-
stuff.
My bathroom door
luckiest
doesn't fit in
student.
the frame quite right. Monokuma over there can testify to that.
Yup, true as
He's
true
allowed to be a
can
witness?
be.
Oh my god, he's an eyewitness.
So why don't we just be like, was it him? Was it her? Was it him? And just wait for him to... What are you doing?
I'm too busy dancing to
But
the
you
song.
know,
Okay.
you're supposed to be the ultimate lucky student, right? But to have such a cruddy door.
When the wacky Mono Bear music starts playing in my funny haha anime murder game.
That's not lucky at all.
Not with that, kids
So
is
the
gone.
reason that
The reason the door didn't open was just because
but
it
the
was
killer
stuck.
didn't know that and assumed it was locked. So they tore apart the doorknob to get in.
Okay, but then why would the killer even think the door was locked in the first place?
He won't just answer everything. Monokuma will only give away certain info when the time calls for it. Aw. I didn't even know he was allowed to answer anything. Why'd the killer even think the door was locked in
Everyone
the first
should
place?
have known you can't lock any of the boys' bathrooms.
Except the person here, Leon, who didn't.
The killer could easily make that mistake, thanks to one important detail about the scene of the crime.
Our doors were switched. They didn't know the door actually couldn't be locked. In other words, the important detail about the scene of the crime is that they didn't know that the crime took place in my room.
I got it! The killer must not have realized that it was my room.
He answered the thing about the accomplice, remember? Oh, that seemed like an accident, though, because he was like, did I say that out loud? Whoops.
What? Are you saying the culprit didn't even know where he was? That's inconceivable.
I don't
And
think that's
yet,
what that means.
He's absolutely right.
Say what?
Well, to be more specific, what the killer didn't know was that Makoto and Sayaka had switched rooms, which is what led to the misunderstanding about the bathroom. If Sayaka had been in her own room, then
there would have been a lock on the door, and they would have had to break through.
So they had no idea how unnecessary their actions were.
ultimately, we can't know if it came open by force or simply by accident. But
What? She should be the main
the
character.
killer
She's
must
way
have been
smarter than every
considerably
other
confused,
character.
with no idea how they actually got the door opened.
Regardless, it was a pointless act. Wasting time trying to break down a door that wasn't locked is...
Definitely something
you
I
know?
wouldn't do, since I would have known exactly why it wasn't opening, right?
That is a definite possibility.
Got him. Got him. Togami, more like Tagada, out of here.
So the killer would have to be
Dograppa.
someone who
What does that
didn't
mean?
know they'd switched rooms?
Then Makoto couldn't have done it.
That's what I've been trying to tell you.
Okay, then who did do it?
I'm sorry, but I give up. Quit without saving.
Thank you, Hifumi. Thank you.
What happens if
Thank
we
you
can't
for your
decide on who we
limited
think
time
did
when
it?
he says... Oh, word up.
Well, then, why don't we just vote right now? Majority rules.
That's not gonna
Majority
help.
rules? You
You're gonna
really
kill
think
us
that's
all?
a good idea?
Yeah, our necks are on the line here. Someone seriously needs to do something. For serious.
Does no one have any other thoughts or questions? It does not matter how trivial they may seem.
Oh, as a matter of fact, I do have one question.
Oh, you...
Why don't you like her? Come
You
on.
don't gotta sound so disappointed.
It's fine, it's fine. Just ask your question.
How come we don't have Earl Grey? Like, it's my favorite kind of tea, and we don't even have any. We only have green.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so...
And where's the swimming pool?
Well, I was just wondering, how did the culprit get into Makoto's room in the first place?
Yes. How did the killer get inside?
Maybe Sayaka just dropped the key somewhere and the culprit picked it up. That's possible, right?
I don't think so.
It's not.
That seems way too convenient.
This voice actor sounds very familiar. What is he from? The English one.
Then, maybe someone picked the lock?
Negative! If you remember, Monokuma made it quite clear that the locks are all unpickable.
I'll look it up. Thank you.
How about this? The killer got in the easy way. They could have knocked and said they wanted to talk or something, and Ms. Maizono just let him in.
Let him in?
No, that can't be it either.
Because we said that she wouldn't open the door for
Trying to
anybody.
argue against me? Sounds like someone doesn't know his place.
This is PJ.
Hello?
Sean Chiplock?
Why
I don't recognize that
exactly
name.
Can't that be it?
Sounds like a Puyo Puyo actor. Is he the Tetris guy from Puyo Puyo Tetris? Maybe? It's the only other game that I could think that he could be in. Like this style, this art style. Rivali from Breath of the Wild? Oh, hey yo. She asked me to do something in particular because of how frightened she was. That's the answer right there. There's no way Sayaka let someone in because she told me she wouldn't let anybody in. Where's the part where we talked about not letting anybody in? I don't know which key item that is. Is it the sword or the switching rooms? Right? I'm gonna guess it's switching rooms.
Got it! Because Sayaka was already scared, remember? That's why she asked me to switch rooms in the first place.
Aha. I remember. The same goes for you, Sayaka. No matter who it is, don't open your door for anyone. Even if I'm sure it's you, I absolutely won't open it. Otherwise, what's the point of even switching?
Knowing what she'd been through, I just can't believe she would have opened the door for anyone.
What if her being scared was a lie?
Huh? What the hell is that supposed to mean?
Truth bullet.
Why would she lie about something like that?
I just got truth
I know
bulleted.
you don't want to consider it, but look at this and tell me. Can you still deny the possibility?
What is that? There's something I want to talk to you about, just us two. In 5 minutes, come see me in my room. Just make sure you don't get the wrong room, okay, Sayaka? What? Who wrote that? Check the nameplates to make sure you don't get the wrong room.
I found a notepad during my search, and I shaded in the top sheet with a pencil.
We have pencils?
And
it's a
these
school.
are the words that appeared. Oh man! I've totally seen people do that on detective shows. When you write, it can leave an imprint. Sketch over the next sheet of paper, and you can see the words.
I don't see anything else here I think you'd recognize them
When
from.
I saw
Alright,
that,
no.
I was like, holy crap! I better make sure I rip the paper out before I use it from now on.
Maybe it just sounds like a voice from
It's a pretty old-fashioned
someone else's
technique,
voice then.
but even the classics
Like
can
a
be
similar voice.
surprisingly useful sometimes.
Because Rivali doesn't have that many talking
Oh, and I
roles.
should also mention, I found the notepad on the desk in Makoto's room.
That's like the smallest amount of time that you spend with another person. Then again, I always did hear a lot of Rivali's Gale is now ready to use, or whatever. I've done a lot of anime games, but not the kind that you play. Yeah.
Which means only someone who had been in Makoto's room before the incident could have written it.
Then either
Who's
it was
Archangel from
Makoto who
Catherine?
lived there, or Sayaka who switched rooms for a single night.
Archangel? From the Q, Catherine? The expansion?
So, Makoto, did you write this?
I did not.
No, I didn't. But
Full body, yeah.
Of course you didn't, because the note also bears a perfectly legible signature. Sayaka's signature.
Clearly that's Sayaka's signature, not anyone else just copying her name in full English. That note, Sayaka
but
wrote
why?
it? But why?
why would she write that?
The note was likely her way of getting in touch with a certain someone. She must have slid it under their door to let them know she wanted to meet with them in secret.
If you got an invitation like that from the ultimate pop sensation, what young man could resist?
Hey, yo.
Of course,
Put it
I'm
away.
only into 2D, so it wouldn't have any effect on me.
Bro, that's not a truth bullet you think it is.
But can we be sure anyone even got this note?
He was the announcer in the English version of Kakaguri?
And honestly, even if they did, I do not think they are at all involved in what happened.
There was an announcer in Kakaguri? Was there an announcer in Kakaguri, Kinsey? I don't remember an announcer.
Huh? What makes you say that? Would you like to hear what I have to say?
Yes.
Very well then. Pay attention.
Give me full sentences, Celeste.
No. I just want to listen.
Dorm nameplates.
Sayaka and Makoto switched rooms, correct?
Makoto?
But in the
I love
note,
that.
the place they were asked to come to, it specifically says, my room.
I see.
Was Future Trunks and Dragon Ball
So if
Super?
someone read that note, then they would have gone to Sayaka's room.
Exactly. The room that Makoto was staying in. So in other words, even if someone did read the note and did what it said, they would not have any connection to what happened.
Agree.
It certainly would seem that way.
But they switched our room nameplates.
Sayaka
Wait, I
and
didn't even see
Makoto
which one to
switched
do.
rooms, correct?
We
But in
did
the
switch
note,
rooms.
It specifically says, my room.
I
Yes.
see. So it's then they would have gone to...
Exactly. The room.
That's not the room I was staying in.
No, that's wrong.
Wait, is it the room I was staying in? I was staying in that room, but
The
we
nameplates
switched the
on Mai and
nameplates.
Sayaka's rooms got switched.
They got switched?
That's right. The nameplates got switched, just like the rooms themselves. As a result, the nameplate on Sayaka's room actually had Makoto's name.
I guess it
And
could
the
have worked for
nameplate
that
on
one, or
Makoto's
the one
room
with
had Sayaka's.
the one. I thought it was going to be the other one because it was like the room. It was the room that Makoto was staying in. But yeah,
So
whatever,
what you're
whatever.
saying
I got it.
is the room Sayaka was staying in was actually marked as her room.
Then, if someone did do what the note said, they would end up at Makoto's room where Sayaka was.
Sayaka was trying to kill somebody.
Plus, their rooms are right next to each other, so switching the nameplates would be no problem.
And then that person
And
defended
the one
himself.
who switched the names was... Well, of course it wasn't you, right, Makoto?
But doing
Right.
it in my room to make me frame me? I don't know what she was doing.
Okay, then who did it?
There's only one person who could have switched the nameplates. The only other person who knew. It was me after I just said it wasn't me.
I got it! Me and Sayaka were the only ones who ever knew about us switching rooms. So the only other person besides me who would even know to switch the nameplates was Sayaka.
You can also infer as much from her note.
Infer, you mean guess. Something I want to talk to you about in Justin 2 in 5 minutes. Come see me in my room. Check the nameplates to make sure you don't get the wrong
She
room.
specifically tells the reader to check the nameplate.
Yeah, she was trying to kill
She
somebody.
would only have written that if she knew the nameplates had been switched.
But why would she switch
And
them
then
in
frame
the first
me
place?
for it, I guess.
She wanted someone to come to the room she was in, and also hide the fact that it was Makoto's room.
What?
Inviting
What?
someone to your room, but not telling them you'd switched rooms. Why would anyone do that?
To understand that, we first need to understand what happened after she invited the person into the room. That's where the answer lies.
What happened then was probably whoever
It's gonna end
she
up being
invited
Junko
over
killed her out of
came in
self-defense.
and attacked her. We figured it out. We know who did it. Whoever she invited over is the culprit.
But we still don't know who it is, you goddamn idiot.
I thought that was obvious.
Sayaka fought with her killer there in the room, yes? Perhaps the answer to our previous question lies in that initial struggle.
Yes, I think you're right.
Then...
I feel like
We
all
just
the
have to
guys
figure
in
out
this
what
game
happened
are
during the
complete
fight, right?
bumbling idiots. And the only people getting things done are my character, Kyoko, Celeste, Aoi. That's it. Maybe Sakura.
That reminds me. There was a replica sword at the murder scene.
Definitely Sakura.
Was that perhaps used during the fight?
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
it was.
What's the deal with that sword?
Sayaka suggested I should hold on to it. I thought it might come in handy if I had to defend myself.
That sounds so freaking weak. I thought it might come in handy if I had to defend myself.
It seems pretty likely that the killer used it to break Sayaka's right wrist.
How the hell could you
Ow.
possibly know that's what broke her wrist?
Because it had the gold on it? The wrist? Because when you look at her wrist, there's no doubt. Wait, is it this? Is it her wrist is the evidence, or is it the sword? Is when you look at her wrist, there's no doubt. So you look at her wrist and it has the gold filaments.
I got it! All you have to do is take a good look at her broken wrist, and it should become pretty clear. Right there where her wrist is all swollen. There's something glittery there. See?
What do you mean, see? Bruh, the body's not right in front of you.
Is that gold?
How is everyone seeing this?
It sure is. Specifically, the
bear's
gold
pulling
coating
up
from the
pictures
replica
as I'm
sword.
talking.
You barely
what it
have
is.
to touch that stuff, and it'll stick right to you. And there's some on her wrist because...
I got it! Because she got hit with the sword, right there on her wrist!
Thanks.
I see. And so the truth draws ever closer.
Hifumi is the worst. He's done absolutely nothing but drag us further back and waste time.
All right, then it's about time to solve this mystery.
And also Hiro, but Hiro hasn't talked nearly as much, so he's not that bad. What happened in my room? Well, it's Sayaka's death. That's what we need to make clear. It's a bit more to learn. Okay, we've got all the regular stuff out. What else is there to learn about this? I'll start loading multiple truth bullets into your truth cylinder. Just like with only weak spot, there's only one of these bullets that actually refute the proper statement. In other words, from here on out, you'll have to combine the right truth bullets with the right weak spots. So there's one per truth bullet, right? Press the Q key to rotate the cylinder. Rotate through each bullet or use the mouse wheel, yeah. If the logic difficulty is set to kind, fewer bullets will be loaded into the cylinder. For our purposes this time, the logic difficulty will be set to mean. Good luck. Okay. No, it's still only one argument. Replica sword, kitchen knife, replica sword again. There's one bullet. Okay, so it's...
When the fighting broke out, the culprit grabbed the sword, and that's when the first blow was dealt. A sword-based sneak attack.
That's not true.
And that's what broke Miss Mizono's wrist.
So she tried to fight back. She grabbed the kitchen knife she had hidden away.
But then the culprit took that from her too.
And they killed her with it.
And that's exactly what happened.
And that's exactly what happened. The person with the sword really did that first. There's no explanation for how a certain part of the sword got damaged.
When the
A
fighting
certain
broke
part of the
out,
sword.
the culprit
Grabbed this, and that's when the first sword.
There you go. Sword-based sneak attack. Because the sheath had things on it. They'll add another element to these
Actually,
debates
no.
later? Really?
I don't think the fight started with the sword.
Huh? Why not?
Because the sword sheath had been scratched. See? There's a gash in it.
See?
Like someone cut into it with something sharp.
So that's just to make it more difficult, is to be like, you don't know which of these is the correct
Something
one to
sharp.
refute with.
You mean like the kitchen knife? That was the only sharp thing found at the scene.
Stop jumping ahead. Slow down and explain it so I get what the hell's going on.
What? We've been going
If the
pretty
sword
slow,
was used first,
Mondo.
there wouldn't be any explanation for the scratch on the sheath.
Unless the sword was used first with the sheath on
If
it?
you are going to attack with the sword, you'd take it out of the sheath first, right?
That's true. With the sheath on, it'd be heavy and bulky and useless as shit.
Not useless?
Okay, so how did the sheath get damaged?
If they got attacked with the kitchen knife, maybe they grabbed the sword as a defensive impulse. In that situation, there wouldn't be any time to actually unsheath the sword.
So you're
Brilliant.
saying the sword was initially used to defend against an attack from the knife?
Which means whoever had the kitchen knife was the one who attacked first.
Are they gonna freak out when they remember Sayaka was the one with the knife?
I think I get it. So here's how it all played out.
Alright, hit it with me,
The
Taka.
culprit came in, found the kitchen knife hidden there
Nope.
somewhere.
Nope. Where's my truth bullet? Where is it?
Then they took the knife and attacked Sayaka before she knew what was happening. So she grabbed the sword to defend herself. But then the culprit took that from her too. Then, after they broke her wrist with the sword, they took the knife and finished it.
Taka,
Sorry,
you got it.
but
Nope.
I don't think Sayaka used the sword to defend herself.
What?
You have gold on
How the hell
her
do you
hands.
not think that?
Because she never held the sword at all. There's a certain part of her body that makes this clear.
What part of her body shows that she never used the sword? You'd have to use your stomach or your broken wrist.
I got it! You're talking
This-
about her palms,
This seems
right?
so funny. It's like asking me very simple questions.
The palms of her hands were perfectly clean, so I don't think she ever picked up the sword.
The Pro TV video was spot on.
How can you know that just by looking at her palms?
Like I said
filament.
before,
The wrist?
the gold coating on that sword comes right off. All you have to do is touch it. In fact, if you look, you'll notice that a lot of the gold has already come off the handle. It's safe to assume that's because whoever used the sword got some of it on their hands.
Yeah, it's accurate. That's why I
There's
lost
really
my,
no way
lost
she could
while
have picked it
watching.
up
It's too funny.
and come
It
away
is.
completely clean.
Maybe she washed her hands after she escaped into the bathroom.
Sorry,
Yep.
but I don't think so.
Why do you say that? Is it because you think I'm ugly?
You got it. Yes.
No,
You got it.
that's not it at all.
What does that have to do with any? Why did she even? Oh, whatever. There's no way Sayaka washed the gold coating off her hands because there's a certain regulation that talks about what happens in bathrooms at nighttime. Water can't. She's afraid of water. Yes. Shutter Island.
I got it! According to the Monokuma file, Sayaka's time of death was around 1:30 a.m. In other words, at nighttime. And the water in the bathroom shuts off at nighttime, right?
Oh,
Hit me with
I
that
didn't
truth
know
bullet.
that. Actually, I haven't taken a shower here yet.
Oh my.
You're no different. You smell like a big, fat, ugly donkey.
I'm not sure whether to take that as an insult or a compliment.
If you don't know whether to take that as an insult or a compliment, I think you need to take a shower.
An insult, obviously.
So anyway, if Sayaka never touched the sword, then that means the killer is the only one who used the sword. But
Very
hold
good.
on. If that's right, then the one who damaged the sheath with the kitchen knife was...
Jesus, Kitsy? Come on.
I got it!
Where's Kyoko? Kyoko, why'd you stop talking?
She had the kitchen knife?
But we already said that the attack started with...
The person with the knife attacked first, and the sword was used as an impromptu defense.
Then the
We
one
got it
who
already.
attacked first was...
Sayaka?
Now do you understand? She wasn't a blameless victim in this.
Kyoko knew the entire time, but just sat there.
No,
Not mentioning.
far from it. It's almost as if she'd been planning to commit a murder of her own. She took the knife from the kitchen, then invited the culprit to the room she was staying in. And if it's true that she had the kitchen knife and attacked without provocation,
Indeed. These are all the actions of an assailant.
Which brings up another point. Makoto,
I like her voice
Sayaka
too.
was the one who suggested you two switch rooms, correct? Maybe the reason she wanted
Maybe.
to switch rooms was so that she could pin the crime on you. That is a possibility, is it not?
Celeste is the best.
Sayaka wanted to... on me?
Good.
That would also explain why she would switch the nameplates. She wanted
So
to
who
get
got the
whoever
letter?
she
If
had
no one here
targeted
got the letter,
come
it has to be
Makoto's
Junko.
room, where she was staying.
Who killed her in self-defense.
And by committing the murder there, instead of her room, that would implicate Makoto. But for that to work,
Makoto.
the target had to be lured out while still keeping the room swap a secret. If the target knew she had switched rooms, they would have become suspicious right away.
So all that's why she switched the names?
But doesn't that plan seem a little risky? For
Why?
one thing, even if her plan worked, Mr. Naegi would just tell everyone they'd switched rooms.
That is what I
I
said.
don't know. I'm not sure our soft-hearted Makoto is capable of that kind of cutthroat behavior. I'm sure Sayaka realized the same thing, which is why out of all of us, she asked him to switch rooms.
Rude.
Plus, she was the ultimate pop sensation.
Yes, thank you. Now we got all the evidence. She was the ultimate pop sensation.
A totally forgettable kid. Or a national superstar. Who are you more likely to believe?
Wait, then you're
Great.
saying she had this all planned out?
Holy shit!
Mondo catching up, as
But in
always.
the end, her plan backfired. She launched her attack with the knife, then found herself under attack in turn.
Ah, yeah, they did a turn-based battle. Thank you.
That must be when her wrist got broken, and she was forced to drop the knife.
She was lower level
The
than the
tables
enemy.
were suddenly turned on her, and she died at the hands of the one she'd planned to murder.
Just hold on! That can't be true!
Why?
Because...
Hey,
Why?
hey! You guys have totally derailed the argument.
Have
You're
we?
being super boring right now. Come on, hurry up and decide who did it. Wouldn't it be awful if I had to punish you all just because you ran out of time?
Is it derailing the argument if we're figuring it
We
out?
gotta decide who we think did it.
Makoto, right now you just need to concentrate on figuring out the answer to this mystery.
Why me?
If we can't uncover who
You're
murdered
clearly
Sayaka,
smarter than I
it's
am.
over for all of us.
I'm painfully average. Kuma's just stirring. Yeah, he really is. I'm committed to finding out who killed her, but what can I do? I mean, as far as clues go, there's nothing left. Except somebody's dead. And we got another truth bullet segment. Dying message.
It's easy
What was
just to
the
say,
dying message?
hey, decide
the
who did it.
037.
But there just aren't any more clues, right?
No. Oh, wait, no! I forgot to read the rest of... I forgot to listen to the rest of the dialogue. Whatever.
There still might be one clue left. Sayaka's dying message.
Dining. Wait, what did you say?
The dying
What?
message. She wrote something on the wall behind her, remember? 11037. Written in her own blood. There must be a clue about the killer hidden in there.
Well, before we get too far into that, I need to ask, can we really be sure that Sayaka is the one who wrote it?
Yes, it was on her finger. I can prove it using her fatal wound.
I got it! Her left index finger had blood on it. That could only be because she used that finger to write the message.
You can't say only, like, whatever.
I see.
Whatever. High schoolers.
She broke her right wrist during the fight, so she'd have to use her left hand to write.
Sure, I think we can all agree Sayaka wrote it. But still,
What does it mean?
what the heck do those numbers mean? 1, 1,
Hey,
037, yeah.
Chihiro. You're a computer nerd or whatever, right? You should know all about numbers and shit.
Yeah, what do these random numbers written on a wall mean? Obviously, you're good at computers. This is my parents when it comes to trying to fix their computer.
No, that's not... Yes, I'm a programmer, but I don't see any kind of meaning in these numbers.
Of course. It's because they're not numbers.
Duh!
Oh, yeah, it looks like...
It's blood.
What? What?
No, it's just... look at the numbers, assuming they're not numbers. Don't these first two, 1, 1, look less like two numbers and more like one letter?
Leon?
Ah, you're right. The connecting line is barely there, so I assumed it was 1, 1, but... Looking at
It's
it
actually
now,
an
you could also read it as an N.
Thank you,
Whoa.
programmer.
You might have finally just said something worth a shit.
Mondo, please.
Our little gray cells are really getting excited now.
Did she not like
But even
Leon?
if that really is an N, N037, doesn't make any more sense than before.
Okay, come on. It's no use, I just don't know.
Rotate
We're
the
all high
image
school.
180 degrees.
Image?
Oh my god. Now I see. She
figured it
wrote
out,
down
good
the
job.
killer's name.
Thanks, Kyoko.
Huh? You just shot past the clue part and right onto who did it.
So,
No, we didn't.
whose name did she write?
Hello? Are we all stupid? Ultimates? The real killer's name. If you turn it 80 degrees, it comes crystal clear. Select someone. Oh, really? It really just comes down to everybody when you select somebody. can't select the bear. That's a bummer.
Here's my answer. The key to solving this mystery
really
was
thought it was gonna
simply
be
to
Junko.
rotate the writing 180 degrees.
Because she was dead, so it'd be like, oh, you figured it out. No one dies because you found out the correct killer, even though she's already dead.
If you turn the message around, it
That way we can
becomes the
continue on
letters
since it's like
L-E-O-N.
the tutorial. But nope, we're already losing someone.
L-E-O-N, or more accurately, Leon.
Thanks, Makoto.
What the hell are you talking about? It's just a coincidence. It's just a bunch of random squiggles that happen to look like my name.
Can you imagine if it actually was a bunch of random squiggles? How pissed you would be?
No, it's not random at all.
Is it not?
She wrote that message on the wall behind her as she was leaning up against it.
This message is like easier for English speakers because in Japanese the letters are in English, so Japanese people playing wouldn't get it as easily. Oh.
In that position, she couldn't
should
move
have
to
written
write
it in-
normally.
Oh, well.
And had to write
We wouldn't
upside
even know
down
how to
as
read
it
it
were.
then.
And as a result, when you look at it standing in front of her, it ends up getting flipped.
That doesn't make much sense,
Try it
but
for
you go
yourself
off,
if you
Kyoko.
want. Write something sitting like her, and the letters will be inverted.
I'm pretty sure I can write normally. You know, maybe because she was dying and all, but whatever.
That sounds like one hell of a stretch to me. I'm the killer? You can't just go and say shit like that.
But would you?
If you're not the killer,
Maybe she
then
was lying
why
on
did
the
you try to
floor.
destroy the evidence?
It would be like upside down and you could read it standing from her head.
You know what I'm talking about, right, Makoto? The evidence Leon tried to get rid of?
His sleeve cuff. The thing I found on the ground in front of the incinerator. Yeah, the toolkit.
I got it! You mean the burnt shirt
getting
piece
to
I
rage
found laying
time?
on the ground by the incinerator, right?
As the killer
How'd you know I
stabbed
found
Sayaka, they must have gotten some of her blood on them. And to dispose of the shirt covered in the victim's blood, they threw it into the incinerator.
You'll see what I mean? Okay.
But
So
one
if
piece
Leon
burned
killed her in
off and
self-defense,
got left behind.
why would he not just come clean immediately and be like, I accidentally killed her because she attacked me? Everyone would be like, oh,
And the
okay.
killer didn't notice. If they had, they most certainly would have panicked. Isn't that right, Leon?
But is
then
one
they vote for
scrap
him
of
and he
fabric
dies?
enough to conclude that Leon is guilty?
Yeah, I mean, Leon's not the only one wearing a white button-up.
Monokuma forces them into a trial when someone dies.
That's right. There
did
are
he know
plenty of
that,
other
though?
people here with shirts like mine.
This is the first one? He didn't even know what was going on half the time.
With just that one little charred piece, there's no way you can say for sure who it belongs to.
You're right. That alone isn't enough. But there are some other points that may reveal the truth.
Are you finally starting to understand? The
Kyoko
answers
is
to
so
all the riddles are
condescending.
right here.
Come on.
Yeah.
Out with it.
I think so.
Burnt remains of the button-up shirt, which the killer wasn't able to get rid of. There's something about it we need to pay attention to. When it was disposed of? Or how it was disposed of? Or where it was disposed of? I actually wasn't paying attention. Was it the fact that it was disposed at all? How? By going into the incinerator, which we don't have keys for? Or where? Which is by going to their incinerator, which we don't have keys for? Because it can't be when. That don't matter. So I'm gonna guess it's where? The shirt was destroyed. If we focus on that, the killer will become clear. Where it was destroyed? Okay, I got it wrong because they're not talking anymore. How's that supposed to make anything clear? It looks like I embarrassed myself. Okay. So I guess it must be how?
I got it! If you look closely at how the shirt was disposed of, we should be able to figure out who the killer is.
I don't really see how.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's cut off.
That's a good point. I think I know what you're going to say. You can't reach the incinerator without opening the gate in front of the trash room, right?
That would be where? Wouldn't it? The incinerator room?
And obviously, you wouldn't be able to hit the switch to turn it on either. You need the key to get in. And the one with the key was The person on cleaning duty.
How do you know all that?
So the killer had to be whoever was in charge of taking care of the trash, right?
Interesting.
But wait a minute. That's me. What's wrong? There's another way to use the incinerator without being the one on cleaning duty, and that's exactly what proves that Leon is the real killer. Here we go again. The shattered crystal ball.
The key to the trash room. Whoever was on cleaning duty must have had it, right?
So the only one who could get to the incinerator was the person in charge of the trash?
Not necessarily.
You'd have to get close to the incinerator in order to destroy the evidence. Which means the only possible suspect is whoever had the trash room key.
Okay, so the person who would have had the
Why are you saying this?
Was... Huh? Me?
Why are you saying this? Brilliant. Turn the incinerator on by using something I found on the ground nearby.
The key to the trash room.
Oh, so the evidence is that you have to be close to the
Whoever was on
incinerator to turn it on?
cleaning must have had it, right?
So the only one who could get to the person...
And you'd have to get close to the incinerator.
So you're telling me he threw the crystal ball and threw his shirt piece from the gate, which you can't throw things from?
Hold on.
Didn't he say it was like
I
30
think I
feet
know how someone
from
can
the
dispose
door?
of the evidence
Oh, he's a
without
baseball
using
star.
the trash room key.
Oh.
But if you can't get past the gate,
but it has a
you
gate.
couldn't possibly
You're gonna
turn
throw
on
through
the
the gate?
incinerator, could you?
Yes, you could. If you used this.
What is it, some kind of glass ball? It's busted to hell.
It's a picture of a glass ball, Mondo.
Actually, it was supposed to be a crystal ball, but
But how would you use it?
Well, use it, yeah, divine with it.
I got it! The killer simply
I
took aim
gained
at
health
the
back for guessing
incinerator
correctly.
switch and threw the ball through a gap in the gate.
Oh, sorry, not health. What is it called? It's health.
All they had to do was hit that switch, and the incinerator would come to life.
Someone threw a gap in the gate?
And they couldn't turn it back
Remember
off.
what you said before, Hifumi?
What are we doing back here?
Huh? Someone turned the incinerator on. Very strange. I'm quite certain it was off last time I was down here. Perhaps it was the work of a fairy.
Why did we need to include that part?
Hifumi had the key. So the only way the incinerator could have been turned on without his knowledge was because the killer was able to hit the switch without opening the gate.
I guess that's how it gets turned on instead of where. Or how it got destroyed instead of where it got destroyed.
Once they got in the
I still feel
incinerator
like that's
going,
kind of a where.
all they had to do was ball up the shirt and toss it in.
But,
Hey, come on! What the hell is this?
All you have to do is look at the scene to know that the killer never actually went inside the trash room.
all you have to do, huh?
The shards of broken glass,
That's it?
the incinerator left running, the piece of shirt that escaped the fire.
What about the part where they,
If the
had
killer
to throw it
had been
through
on
a hole in the
cleaning
grate?
duty, the evidence would have been taken care of much more thoroughly.
Wait, no, just hold on.
But the distance from the gate to the incinerator has to be at least 30 feet, right?
How do you know?
The pinpoint
Programmer?
accuracy you'd need to
That means
throw
you
a
could
glass ball
look at
that
something
far
and see the
hit
distance?
something that small. Could someone really do that?
That's right. There's
I feel
no
like
way. It'd be impossible.
We're skipping the gate part. There's a gate in the way.
Difficult, absolutely. Impossible? I don't think so. Because the killer is...
The ultimate clairvoyant.
I got it!
They said there's a gap
Because
in the
the
gate.
killer is the ultimate
big enough
baseball
for that?
star. Isn't that right, Leon?
Do you have any idea how stupid you sound right now?
Oh, ad hominem. That's how you know you're
A
right.
target 30 feet away would surely be little challenge for the ultimate baseball star.
Oh, it's kind of rude, Celeste.
You can't be serious.
I mean, it's kind of nice, but also
I'm not the
don't put
killer.
that much pressure on the ultimates. Why
These
do you
goddamn
keep skipping
shipper
over
brains
that?
have got it all wrong. I'm telling you.
Have you seen a gate that has a hole in it that's big enough to throw two objects through 30 feet? Regardless of your ultimate baseball star status. I've not seen gates with holes that are big. That would mean you have to fit your whole entire hand through the gate as well. I've not seen a gate where you could fit your hand through it, because what's the point?
You still won't admit it? Okay then. Makoto, go ahead and review the incident one more time to make his crime perfectly clear.
But everybody already
And with
knows.
that, we can end this.
Listen to me! What the hell do you mean, end this? Say what you want, Leon. But all the questions have been answered, and the truth has been revealed. Now here's what happened.
Plenty of gates where you could stick your hand through. None that I've seen. The closing argument's about to begin. Alright, here we go. One last element to bring the class trial to an end. It's a closing argument. In this phase, you'll give a complete summary of the case. You'll have to reproduce the flow of events for the case in the form of a comic book. In the... What? What? You'll notice that in the comic, there are a number of pieces missing. It's up to you to complete the comic using truth panels? What? Take aim at the gun? What? Holy cow! You'll get a hint that might lead to a breakthrough. Good luck and have fun! What? Comic book? She goes to kill him. And he deflects with the sword. Right? Wait a minute, how do I... Oh, okay. Oh, wait, it's right to... This is the first part. Never mind. There you go. Backwards. This is not a comic, this is a manga. So he opens the door, Sayaka's waiting. He's like, hey, yo. And she's like, ugh. She attacks. Oh no, she's attacking. And then he deflects with the sword. And then knocks her thing off. Where's the... Okay. What? This is a weird part of the game. Where's my hints? Hurts her wrist. She locks herself in the door. It's like, oh shoot, what do I do? Oh wait, there's a sword icon here. Wait a minute. What is this for? When does this get used? Oh shoot. Does this go at the end? No, doesn't make sense. I'm just gonna ignore that one, I guess. He opens the door using the thing, comes inside. She attacks. Well, I guess he did go in after. Like, she locked herself away, and then he went in after anyway. Look at the icon of her dropping the knife. And look at the image immediately next to it. Oh. Oh, it's the same image? So it's a copy? Okay. Why would they put that? Is that the only copy in here? Why would they do that? That's so rude. So she locked herself away, comes in, gets stabbed. She writes his name. Even though she's the one. I like how it's depicting Leon as the evil dude, even though, well, he was kind of evil. He broke in after she tried to lock herself away. Killed himself. He's like, all right, job done. Act 3. Grabs the thing, cleans the room. All right, if this is how they're depicting the gate, I could see how you could throw a ball through there. But when they depicted the gate before, it was like tiny, tiny ovals. It was way smaller than it was before. He throws the thing. Oh wait, no. Grabs the ball, throws the ball, turns it on, grabs the thing, throws the thing, incinerates it, and then, yeah, that was the only copy. Why? Why did... Huh.
The killer is you!
Pikachu?
I think I'd better take one more look back at the case from the beginning.
Did I get it right? Is that why he's voice acting? Creak.
Last night, the killer went to the room Sayaka was in. In other words, my room.
Why does it display it like this instead of showing Leon?
From what we can tell, Sayaka invited that person there intending to kill them. She attacked them with the knife she'd taken from the kitchen earlier.
These are good
But
sound
then
effects. I
something
like
happened
this.
that she wasn't prepared for.
It's kind of how you wrap up every trial. Oh, makes him look like a rageful lunatic and not someone who's defending himself. This is true. I mean, even before he's decided to kill her, look at how creepy he looks compared to her.
They grabbed the fake sword I put in my room and fought back. During the struggle, a strike from the sword broke Sayaka's right wrist.
Yeah, tell me how useless a sword with a sheath is on it now. It's another thing after this with the comics, always the end. Okay. Done.
And that's when she lost her grip on the kitchen knife.
They even played like a shing sound effect and it says done?
Finding herself cornered, Sayaka panicked and ran into the bathroom.
And then he couldn't get in.
The killer went after her, but couldn't get the bathroom door open.
So it was at this point that Leon switched from self-defense to trying to get the kill so that he could
What they
escape.
didn't know was that my bathroom door got stuck easily, and there was a trick to opening it. Sayaka knew about that because I told her, but of course the killer had no way of knowing.
And thought it was a girl's room.
So instead, the killer forced the door open, took the kitchen knife.
I still feel like the whole
and stabbed Sayaka.
Forcing the door open with the screwdriver should have been a bigger point of evidence than it was. There should have been a point to like go into everyone's room and see who had an open thing, but I guess that would have made it too easy. I feel like we kind of ignored the fact that someone said, yeah, none of us have used the screwdrivers at all.
But with what strength she
clearly
had remained,
someone did.
Sayaka left a dying message. To keep the killer from noticing, she wrote it on the wall behind her.
Tubby custard. Haha.
And with that, all her strength was gone. With Sayaka dead, the killer quickly began destroying the evidence.
Clean the room.
First, they took off their shirt, which was covered in their victim's blood.
Amazing.
Then they took the lint roller in my room and cleaned up the entire area. They wanted to make sure they got rid of any trace they'd ever been there.
Pretty smart.
Afterwards, the killer headed to the trash room to destroy their bloody shirt. They tried to burn the shirt using the incinerator there.
You know, we didn't go into everybody's rooms. They could have done a better job if they took their shirt and hid it in their closet instead of trying to burn it.
But the trash room was blocked off by an especially sturdy gate, preventing access to the incinerator.
Took off their shirt kinda hot. Thank you, Kinsey. Great.
So they came up with a plan to use Hiro's crystal ball, which he left in the laundry room.
Which is just rude. You could have done any spherical
The
shaped
killer managed
object.
to throw the ball through the gap in the gate and hit the incinerator switch.
But you had to use
For any
somebody
normal
else's
person,
expensive
that'd
ball.
be an impossible throw. But the killer had the confidence to take a shot. And that's because the killer was the ultimate baseball star.
Oh, come
The crystal ball,
You're
thrown
telling me
with
they used that
absolute
stupid
precision, hit the switch on the
jar.mp4 free
incinerator.
sound effect in this game? This is a visual novel. There's no jars, and you use that sound?
Which then quickly roared to life.
That made me so unnecessarily angry that I heard that stupid noise in this game.
Having destroyed the final piece of evidence, they left the area with, I imagine, a sigh of relief. But there was one thing they missed. Part of the shirt they'd thrown into the fire burnt away and fell out of the incinerator. The killer didn't notice this, and so left behind a piece of indisputable evidence.
But where are we gonna go to the point where we point that his shirt is cut off? What the?
Isn't that right, Leon? It would appear that Hero simply forgot his crystal ball in the laundry room. You went there to try and wash the blood out of your shirt. And that's where you saw it, right? Seeing the ball, you thought of a way to take care of everything.
So, Leon, do you object to anything that's been said?
Yeah. Clearly, it's not me. What evidence do you have that it's my shirt?
Do I object? Hell yes, I object! Of course I do! I object! I object! I object! I mean, all of this is just a bunch of stupid theories! You need evidence! Where's the evidence? Without evidence, it's all bullshit! It's bullshit and I refuse to acknowledge it!
Well then, I guess this is as good a time as any to present the evidence that proves you did it.
Oh boy, what did she find? Here's the smoking gun that Kyoko likes to hold for at the very end.
Makoto, I believe you're in possession of that evidence.
What? Am I? Your first bullet time battle's about to begin. How many mechanics they gonna fit into this? Rage you like to hold. Here it is. Your opponents simply won't want to hear what you have to say. When this happens, you engage them in a head-to-head battle? We refer to these as bullet time battles, aka the okay, big team battle. You want to destroy your opponent's statements in time with the rhythm? What the? Match your button presses with each tempo marker as they move across the screen and reach the center. My button presses? Press the right mouse button to lock on. We're still shooting, huh? Destroy the symbol you've locked on. The left mouse button as a tempo marker reaches the center. What is this? What is this? Deal damage to your opponent. If you can't, why? We already, like, everybody already knows. Why do I have to do this consecutively and you'll start a combo? Initiate a tempo up. If you keep missing, you'll get a tempo down. The tempo changes, so there's a timing. Watch out for that. Look, it's a game, guys. That's what it is. Deal enough damage to your opponent and their weak spot statement will appear. At that point, you can press left mouse button to shoot it with the truth bullet. Shoot their statement fast enough and you'll come out victorious. Just like before, you run from influence gauge. How do I not just have like
when
a billion influence
the
to
from
them?
the doorknob, they didn't use anything from your room to do it. Instead, they must have used something that belonged to them.
I refuse to acknowledge you. You're stupid. Stupid, stupid, stupid. Stupid, 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 stupid.
Brilliant. Indisputable evidence. That means, you know... I'm so confused about this.
Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance. It wasn't me. Stupid.
Why am I doing this?
You lied. Shut up.
What is this?
You kidding me? Not a chance. You lied.
What does this have to do with anything?
Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance. It wasn't me. Stupid. You lied.
Is this? You're telling me that this is an actual argument style for people in a class trial? You could just sit here and yell stupid and shut up.
You kidding me?
And people will believe it if you don't shoot them fast enough?
Where's your proof?
This should prove it.
They could have just used a normal... Whatever. This is how trials are done. You ever seen Judge Judy?
Screws on the bathroom doorknob were removed. I wonder what kind of tool the killer used to remove them.
If anything in this game could have been a finale, a freaking rhythm game was the last thing I could have expected. I expected like a dress-up game.
It had to be a screwdriver, right?
Spelling, a word search, a crossword, a Sudoku puzzle, a quick game of checkers.
I'm pretty sure the toolkits we got each had one inside.
Connect 4.
And that must be what he used.
But
there aren't any other tools anywhere.
But the toolkit in my room had clearly never been used.
That's because the culprit didn't know it was your room. They thought they were in Sayaka's room.
Only the
But
boys got
Sayaka.
toolkits,
Oh wait, never mind.
so the killer naturally assumed there wouldn't be one in there.
Okay, then whose toolkit did the killer use?
Their own?
Stupid, stupid, stupid!
Oh, here we go
It
again.
had to be their very own toolkit.
Why weren't we just ignoring them? We're ignoring them now. What? What were you saying about the toolkit being an important clue? Airtight.
Stupid, 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 stupid!
Leon, would you mind showing us your toolkit? If I'm right about this,
Would
then
you mind?
the screwdriver will show some evidence of being used.
He doesn't have it on him, does he?
Stupid, stupid, stupid!
Huh? And if you say you used it for something else, you'll have to explain exactly when, where, and why.
And let me say this right now. I lost it isn't an excuse at this point.
Stupid!
But what if it actually is?
Stupid!
Whoa, Amori.
So, you have no rebuttal?
Then it would seem we are finished here.
Does he not have it on him? He's just done. He gives up. Hey! They all talked about how they never used it for anything. How could he lose it? That was a lot of coins.
Looks like you
Why
reached
he
your
wore
verdict.
one?
Then are we ready to cast our votes? You all have a lever in front of you. Use it to make your selection. Oh, just to remind you all, make triple sure you vote for someone. You wouldn't want to be punished for something so minor, right?
Triple sure you vote for somebody, so you're not even allowed to not vote? Ejected.
Okay, then let's get excited! Who
Let's
will
get
be
excited.
chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong
Travis
one?
spoken.
What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
That's a way to get out of being like, I didn't vote for him, so how come I have to be punished? What the? What? Lever? I really thought it was gonna make me be like, make sure you use your truth bullet on the correct character portrait, and then spell out their name using this crossword puzzle.
Uh-oh, looks like you got it right on the money. The blackened in this case, the one that killed Sayaka, was none other than Leon Guata. Warbling.
Hey, hold on.
Hold on a second, Leon. Leon, did you really kill Sayaka?
But
I don't believe it.
You son of a bitch!
What the hell is wrong with you?
I didn't have a choice.
It was kill or be killed.
That's why...
I killed her first. It's gonna be a bit for me to go back to having to do the voices again after this.
None of you are any different!
One wrong step and you'd be the one standing here. It was complete chance that I wound up like
I
this.
was just... unlucky. That's all.
Okay. That's fair, Leon.
Hey! Come on!
You expect me to just accept my death? It is just really unlucky. Did you really defend yourself? Everything's become clear. The decision we made was right after all. But when I think about that, honestly, I'd be better off if we'd been wrong. Because if what we came up with is really the truth, then the truth is that Sayaka was trying to frame me. But even if that's true, I can't say she was wrong. After all, the mastermind, it's all because of that video. Oh, here we go again. Even I couldn't handle what I saw in there. Really? If I was her, then the video actually had something to do with me. I can't even imagine. Now, oh wait, Sayaka. Spicy. Now we're trapped in here with no way out. They're probably waiting for me. I don't remember Italian.
Why?
I can't afford to be stuck in here. What a simp. The one thing that was more important to her than anything else, her dreams, her friends. To have to see something like that happen to them and Sayaka. I did whatever it took to reach that dream. I mean it. Some things that weren't so pleasant. I remember that. That's why Sayaka, for the friends that meant so much to her, that's why she betrayed me. So when she said,
No matter what happens, please always be there for me. I need you on my side.
yeah. She was really lying to me from the very beginning. She was using me. Is that why she talked to me in the first place? I guess I'll never know, because there's nothing I can do to ask her what she was thinking. Once you're dead, that's that.
Boy, howdy, the entertainment industry must sure be terrifying, huh? I mean, to try and kill someone just because of those relationships. She seems so nice and lovely on the outside, but inside, she's descended into pure madness.
What did you say?
I said pure madness. Open your ears. I understand. Really, I do. Yup. You're in utter despair thanks to Sayaka's betrayal, right? Compassion, intimacy, love. The stronger those feelings, the stronger the despair when they collapse. Stop screwing with us. This is all your fault. Sayaka being forced to do something like that. All of it. Everything. It's your fault. Suddenly in a frenzy, I lunged at Monokuma, and that's the end of the game. Goodbye.
That's enough.
As angry as I was, Kyoko latched onto my arm without hesitation. Her grip was like iron, strong enough. I was sure it would leave a bruise.
Calm down.
If you really want to make her enemies pay for what they've done, you need to let it go for now.
Dang it.
That was a close one. I thought for sure you were going to give me a good walloping. Just barely avoided punishment, you did.
Yes, indeed.
Now then, since you so magnificently revealed the identity of the killer during the class trial, the blackened Leon Kuwata will receive his punishment.
Punishment? You mean execution?
No, you're gonna be on slop for a week. You're a have-not.
Wait a second!
I didn't have a choice. I had to kill her.
Yeah, that's it.
I was just protecting myself in the heat of the moment. It was self-defense.
Is that okay?
How exactly was it self-defense? When you forced your way into the bathroom, did you or did you not use your very own toolkit? After she'd shut herself into the bathroom, you went out of your way to head back to your own room. Then you came all the way back, broke into the bathroom, and killed her. Am I wrong?
Do you understand?
You had any number of chances to stop what you were doing, but you chose not to. Is it not because you had an unclouded intent to commit murder?
So, that's why...
Stop it. I've had enough of this. Oh, are you sure? You were closer to her than anyone, were you not? He killed your precious Sayaka, do you understand? I can't say Leon is solely to blame. Of course, I don't plan on blaming Sayaka either. Really? She just tried to kill somebody. Because the one to blame is him. Swah! If it weren't for you, this never would have happened to Sayaka or Leon. We shouldn't be fighting each other. We should be fighting against the one who put us in this situation, the master.
Unbelievable.
Oh, did you awaken your sense of justice?
Hey,
Well, it just so happens that there's nothing more unethical than an unwavering sense of justice. After all, it's people with that sort of mentality that perpetuate war all over the world. Is that the kind of justice that's awakened within you? Just shut up. Okay, well, anyway, more importantly...
Chills!
And get to what everyone's been waiting for, the punishment!
I'm begging you! Please, don't do this!
Hey, come on now!
No more excuses, you must pay for the penalty. The penalty for breaking the rules. Society demands it.
Stop, please!
Jesus
Now
Christ.
then, I've prepared a very special punishment!
For Leon Kuwata, the ultimate baseball star, you're gonna be running bases all the rest of your life.
No!
Just make sure you don't get to third
everything
base.
we've got! It's punishment time!
No!
Punishment time. Spell the word. Oh my god, it's 3D. Alright. Oh, it's 2D. Where's he going? Oh my god, all these floating... Dragged. There's a cutscene. Ayo. Baseball, yep. We all just get to watch? I don't want to watch this. I would walk away. What does it say? The 1,000 blows? Just gets shot to death by baseballs. And we all just get to sit here and watch it. Why was the music like that? Why was it playing funky pop music? Is that strike one? And other baseball jokes that I know from Mario Superstar Sluggers. What we saw, that was the true face of despair. I mean, if we can't call it that, what else could we call it? I want to see the rest of these deaths now.
Damn, my adrenaline's pumping. My stuffing.
Thank you. I didn't want to pronounce that. What's going on? I can't take this anymore. Do we really have to keep doing this? I just can't take it.
Well?
Hey, if you don't like it,
all you gotta do is swear to cut all the ties with the outside world and accept living here forever. But that's only if every single one of you can get on board with that.
Damn you!
Shadow Glove. Why the heck are we doing all this? Are you doing all this evil stuff to us?
What the heck?
There was no pink blood there to ruin Kinsey's immersion from the hyper-realistic execution.
evil? You make it sound like I'm some kind of dark, awful secret society type of guy. Or in this case, a dark, awful secret society type of bear.
Well...
So why are you putting an upstanding young citizen like me through such a grueling ordeal?
Hey,
It seems like you're trying to use common sense to make sense of something that doesn't make sense. Savvy? That's like trying to put a mile on a scale. I just don't think it's possible.
There was blood?
Hey, I don't think what you're saying and what I'm saying quite fit together.
Shit. You piece of crap. I don't know who you are, but I'm gonna pound your booty. Give me that.
Stuffy. You must really hate me to get so angry, huh? But if you do that, you're barking way up the wrong tree. What happened happened because more than one of you decided you wanted to get out, right? No matter how much time passes, you can't cut free of your regrets from the outside world. You're to blame.
Of course we can't cut free of the outside world, being trapped in this insane place.
You're trapped, are you? Well, I'm sure once you learn all the mysteries of this school, your thinking will change for sure. You'll think, boy, isn't it so wonderful how we all get to live here forever?
What does this mean?
What are you trying to say?
Hey.
I feel like there's some deeper meaning hidden in there, just like before.
Thrills! Chills! Kills!
That's what everyone is waiting for, after all.
Hey.
Me included. I didn't see the blood ball. Hey, yeah, wait a minute. That means that Leon might be the only person without Tubby Custard. When you say everyone... Oh, sorry.
When you say everyone, who exactly are you referring to?
Sorry, I've said everything I've got to say. I need to save some of the fun for later.
Sound effects. Just like that, he was gone. He left us there, overwhelmed by nightmare turn reality. Ding dong, bing bong. Time to save now. After he was gone, we stood there forever, unable to... Actually, no, it wasn't that long. I think everyone just lost their sense of time. We were all too scared of being alone. Why does she have the Kermit voice? I don't know what you're talking about. That's just her voice. No one even tried to speak. We were stuck doing anime noises. Their faces were stone. Their voices dead. But it was in that moment.
Just a second.
Makoto, can I talk to you for a second?
She moved in close and whispered into my ear.
Makoto.
It ain't easy being green.
And like that, she was gone.
Before we head back, there's something I want to talk to you about.
It's about Sayaka, isn't it?
I'm surprised you figured it out, considering how long I had to spell out every other thing in this class trial for you, you painfully average brain.
Listen.
I told you before the class trial started, you had to figure out the mystery of this case yourself.
You wanted me to realize how Sayaka betrayed me myself, didn't you? The thought never even crossed my mind. I feel like such a fool, becoming such an easy target like that.
It's true.
Sayaka meant to double-cross you. That's a fact that you could never change, but even till the very end, she wasn't sure of her decision. That's why, as she lay dying, she was thinking of you.
She was thinking of me? You can't just say something like that. I mean, there's no way you can know that. Only Sayaka would know for sure, and we can't ask her now.
However,
I'm Sayaka. Even if you can't ask her, you can infer it, don't you think?
No.
Her final thought was how she could protect you.
What?
So...
The fact that she used her last ounce of energy to leave her dying message proves it. If she didn't care what happened to you, she never would have left that message.
I don't think that's exactly true. Might have just been like a final revenge of, dang it, I freaking lost the fight, but here's who killed me. Go get him, lads. Maybe she just wanted to get back at the person who killed her. I should really just stop making my own commentary. The game does it for me.
That's certainly one possibility, but I don't think that's what it was. She was uncertain. She wasn't sure she could kill someone or deceive you, which is why her plan failed. Her hesitation attracted failure. It's almost ironic when you think about it.
Why are you telling me all this?
Because you're the kind of person who can overcome this. Because you can move past the deaths of your friends, Sayaka and Leon, and keep moving forward. Without someone like that, the others would never be able to break free of such a desperate situation.
Move past their deaths, I could never do that. No, I'm going to carry them with me the rest of my life. The things we carried. Look at that, your line of thinking is as average as Makoto's. Oh no. How could I possibly move past something like that? Leon, Sayaka, I'll carry them with me forever. It's just like my brain scan. Which I can never remember what it actually said. I'll carry their memories with me wherever I go.
So instead of forgetting them, you're choosing the hard road. Well, I have high expectations for you.
As she said that, she revealed the smallest smile.
By the way, I have to admit, I'm curious. How did you know I wanted to talk to you about Sayaka?
Oh, well, I'm the ultimate clairvoyant. I'm psychic.
What?
Just kidding. I also have pretty good intuition. I have painfully average intuition. F the fashion girl, she won't be carried. Yeah, wait a minute, we're forgetting somebody else died. It's not just... Yeah, it's not just him and her. Nobody cares about the third one. It's just like, she did that to herself. We know who did it. I received the despair bat. Come on, like... She didn't give me a despair bat when she died, did she? No, so... Who really cares? Nope. I saved. I quit. Alright. Thanks for watching Danganronpa. This went on way too freaking long. Danny, you were right that this went on for way over an hour, and I should have listened to you. So that's my bad. But I'm gonna go to bed, because it's almost 2 o'clock in the morning. And, I have to do this tomorrow. So I'll just drink a lot of water and not do a lot of talking, and I'll see you tomorrow. This game leaves in 8 days now. Leaves in 8 days. So yeah, good night, everybody. The last trial is the longest. Come on. How can it be the longest if there's... I'm gonna guess there's like maybe 3 or 4 people left. 2 people left. Whatever. Alright, have a good night. See you tomorrow. I'm probably not going to play Mario. I'm going to play more of this so I can finish it before it goes away on Game Pass. Goodbye.
Yay!